It's the Meet the Brave podcast. I am Monty Draper.
I am LG.
Lex BU.
And we are back to all of our YouTube viewership, all of our Spotify listeners, our Apple Podcast listeners, anyone still listening on Google Play. Remember, this is the last month that podcast will be available. Shout out to Stitcher, Simplecast, Castbox. I think we got it. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, share, you name it. It is our currency. And again, another salute to Lex Bub. He got us on YouTube looking like motherfucking stores. Nigga.
Feel me?
I will say that. Yeah. Now the clip's been doing good, Lex. How you feel about him?
I've been happy about them.
Yeah.
It's crazy that people are coming up to me like, nigga, them clips look real good. Oh shit, good looking.
Yeah, man. Now we had a pretty big production week this week. Last minute. Shout out to Portland Music Week, the hip hop edition especially. Asked Grand National to headline, but because shit is virtual, we had to do our thing. And the whole squad just has this thing about mediocre certain like production. It's like we watch so much shit and we're so critical of everything, so it's like the nerve of us to like do something half-ass. So last minute, was able to put together a super crew of videographers. Young Salvatore Fulmore, shout out my bro. Young Ivan, Noble as y'all may know him, producer extraordinaire, but also insane behind the camera. And our Meet the Braves' very own Lex BUB came through clutch on some like late night shit. Niggas got jobs and kids and everything, and it was dope, man, to get to organize that many people on such short notice with such tight budget too. I do want to point that out. Like, it was like little to no budget, and niggas was willing to get it done. So salute to everybody, Grand National, the band, JJ, Josh, Keith, Brian, and the homie Trevor over at Airship Laboratories in Richmond.
Salute.
Look out for that coming very soon. Concrete Violet vinyl is still available. Check out the Bandcamp, concreteviolet.bandcamp.com. Grand National vinyl is available, but not a lot of them, so make sure you got it. Salute to everybody that copped the merch. Is that it? We done with the shameless plugs? Can we move on?
I think if we got other ones, we can just plug them.
Just keep in the middle of the show, just random, like El said. Just put your producer tag at the top in the middle of a nigga song. That's crazy.
Because you know, like how the films are when you know it's a great film. Like if they just get right to the shits.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't see the title of the movie until like shit. They didn't got an hour into the film already. So that's how you got to do the tag.
Big flex, fellas. I would say it was a heavy news week. The lefts, not the whites, but the lefts, the liberals are in an uproar.
They're uproar.
They're uproaring, I would say. Drake.
A lot of conversation pieces.
Drake came through and shut the summer down for made niggas tuck their summer in. What else?
We knew it was coming though.
I didn't. I'm not gonna hold you.
You thought he was gonna hold on or stay off?
I got a hot take, but I don't think we should get there just yet. And the hot take is the reason why I didn't see it coming. So I might be losing it, fellas.
Losing what?
I got the Cardi shit wrong. I didn't know Drake was coming. I'm normally pretty good at these things. I think the show's making me soft.
You gotta regain your edge.
Gotta get my edge back, man.
Damn,
I normally see these shits coming, man. I didn't see the Canadian coming at all. Pause.
You wanna know why? Because he was in the hood. Drake was with Drake's. So.
I didn't do the science. Okay.
That's true.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm rolling.
So basically, you weren't supposed to see him.
I wasn't supposed to see it.
Stealthy.
Where do we want to start? How about that? Because a lot happened. No. I know where I'd like to start, and then we can get to some other things. We've been having a fantastic sort of like thing going where Lex would be like, hey, the homie hit me about this segment, and Elle would be like, yo, check this out. At dinner last night, he just leaned over and showed me his watch, and somebody was like, yo, fucking love the podcast. Don't miss it. Look forward to it every week. On a random Saturday night, though, is when you get that text. So it feels really, really good. So I want to say thank you to all of our listenership. Anyone that has just tapped in because of YouTube, that is solely because of Lex. We've been having a discussion in and around the block is hot, y'all. And we're recording later too. We should say that.
You know what Telegraph do.
Yeah, we're recording much later, so it might get sick today. I'm just gonna let y'all know. Put your seatbelts on, because we're not taking a single fucking thing out. By the way, it's way too hot to have the windows closed. So that part too.
How are y'all staying cool?
I ain't.
You want the
It's
truth?
hot.
You want the truth?
What's that?
Well, our listenership can't see you niggas, but both of y'all in here with your thighs out. So we know
I didn't have my thighs out all weekend.
we know how y'all staying cool.
Hey, you two bottle boys.
Oh shit!
You don't think
I forgot that was a thing.
it was gonna come
I
up?
forgot that was a thing. Bottle boys are back.
The bottle boys are back, man.
Shout out Nana, happy birthday.
You had to create the streamers, man.
Got to. This nigga was making streamers. Listenership. But everybody that has been rocking with us just as an audio long form podcast, but the new listeners and viewers because of the YouTube. For people, I mean, for the most part, everybody knows how this shit works, but it's a lot of hours and just time. Which is what a lot of the professionals are leveraging in this industry, in what both L, Lex, myself, Northwest Pizza, our sponsors with the equipment. Everybody just has invested and committed to the vision. So thank y'all, the viewers and the listeners, for making it worthwhile, because it's such a thankless effort, but that's not the point. The point really is for listeners like our family, Stephanie Daly. Steph, we love you. Happy
Big
birthday.
love. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated.
Happy birthday.
And thank you for being a day oneer, in reaching out and sending love and just engaging. And to be honest, while we're so thankful and grateful for the listeners that we may not know and that we may not tap into, this show is for people like Steph.
Exactly.
Family member, the extended family that feels represented and feels seen. You know what I'm saying? The world is so big. There's so many different experiences. There's so many different walks of life, race, gender, whatever you identify as. It's a lot of different things to cover. We come from a very specific place that is made up of such an eclectic group of people that we're able to call, that we're fortunate to call family. And I feel privileged enough to call the Dailies family, what they have meant to our little brother David and what they mean to us. So Steph, we love you. We're here every step of the way with you on your fight. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Happy birthday to you. Love.
I think Steph would appreciate a hard pivot into some shit. So let's get to the shit.
We in here.
Let's get to the shit. Lex Bud, what you got for us first?
Oh, usually this. Do we start from the top?
I don't know, man. Give me something. I'm feeling frisky today. How about that? Is that a good word?
Go for it.
No,
Yeah,
don't say
it's already there.
Don't say
It's already-
frisky.
you already
It's
said
already there.
Don't say, hey, they got Ellen out the paint. I'm not saying frisky. Edit that out, Lex. I'm so serious. Don't leave it in there.
All right, so as soon as I read this, I had to ask.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we're gonna
shit.
go with the Frank Ocean Unsolved Mystery.
Fuck, he would start there.
I want to know what that is too.
No, because you weren't there yet, and you would have appreciated it in real time. So, anybody who hadn't seen our stories, and it's my sister's birthday, so we go to Tahoe, an amazing trip. Teen, you did a great job.
Good job.
The music's on, and Pyramids comes on. Mind you, it's a table full of niggas. The women are like around, but it's mostly niggas sitting at the table. Everybody's singing Pyramids. And I'm like, oh.
Cleopatra.
Wait, don't hit that note. Don't you hit that note.
And, you know, just with the voice leaving.
Oh, everybody's singing, Lex. And I go, huh. I don't know. Because so many people hopped off the wave when Frank penned his open letter about his sexuality. Shit, exactly. Does it?
Frank could love goats for all I care. I need.
Frank could love goats.
Bro, Thinking About You is one of the more amazing songs that you can create.
So,
like writing wise.
So did Frank crack the code?
he was able to talk about love in general, like not like love to something
Did
specific.
Frank crack the code, G?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's my unsolved mystery. I felt like our man's cracked the code in a real way, to where while now niggas are not, like you said, it's just a general sort of like, oh, this shit jamming. You give a fuck what he's talking about. So,
Also, you think Frank is what gave the movement liberation?
yes and no.
Because that was a very mainstream move.
What were we saying about Frank? Cracking the code?
Like code, yeah.
Crack the code.
Crack the code.
Da Vinci Code.
Was first
Have you watched Da Vinci Code?
Da Vinci Code?
Da Vinci. Oh, yeah, Da Vinci Code. My
Yes. Is that that's our man? That's Tom Hanks, huh?
Hanks?
Yeah. Right?
Have you guys seen the sick shit about Tom Hanks?
Oh no, he wasn't on the Epstein Island, was he?
Man, there's all sorts of weird shit with Tom Hanks going on.
Are you serious? Tom Hanks?
Nigga, Tom Hanks.
Well, his son was running around here calling people niggas, so I don't doubt it.
They're talking about all sorts of shit. Like, there's so much shit. I can't remember all of it. The only thing I can remember is they were talking about how when he was saying that he was sick with COVID.
I'm about to say, he also like you got COVID.
That he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't really sick. He was just staying out of the country because all the shit with kids and all that shit coming up. And
So he was in the Epstein shit, or this is something separate.
nah, they're saying that it's connected with the Epstein
Get
shit.
the fuck
And then
outta here.
on his Instagram, he always takes pictures of little gloves, of like random gloves that you find walking on the street. And he
Nigga,
takes
who's just
pictures
walking
of
around
them.
finding gloves? Not me.
Hey,
I've never just walked around and seen no
and then
glove
they
on
were
the
talking
ground.
about like one of the gloves that he took a picture of was right off of a street where a dude was killed. The dude who killed was trying to break the conspiracy of celebrities who go through the little child trafficking and brought up his name. There's all sorts of weird conspiracy shit about him.
Well, I take that back. I claimed him. Like really felt like without hesitation. It's like, oh, that's our nigga. Like universally.
Yeah,
And you was just gonna leave me out there, huh?
I didn't know that part. but I did have the theory that they faked the COVID thing, but I thought it was more so to streamline the drugs though. But
With him and with your man up in Seattle.
yeah, because you would need you need somebody of that level, of that tier, to make it to increase the level of seriousness to it.
Huh. So we're hopping all over the place.
Oh, my bad. It was just
No. Good shit.
No, because Lexus dropped a bomb, so like it just left everybody a little weary.
Yeah. But my unsolved mystery thing about Frank is: was there a code to ever crack? Do people care about your sexuality as much as they pretend to? And if they do, did Frank crack the code and get niggas to be like El said, I don't give a fuck what he's into. The music's just that good.
I feel like he did crack the code there, but now people don't care as much.
But you do think people cared then, though.
I think people cared then, but now they don't care that much. But still, people hope to come out that way with releasing music, thinking that, oh, everybody still cares. But now it's been done so much that people just like, oh, dang.
I think people are willing to look past a lot of things if the talent is there. So like, it can be a think piece for people or whatever to talk about some of these things, but it's not as important if the person is super talented.
I guess there's a part of me that wants to be empathetic. I don't think empathetic is the word, but I'm gonna use it for the sake of trying to flush out this conversation. It's not. I'm admitting that it's not the word, but I'm gonna use it for now. There's a part of me that wants to be empathetic and try to understand why people's sexual orientation mattered at one point. But if I'm being honest, it's kind of weird. It's kind of strange when it's like, yo, such and such is just really, really dope at this. Oh, but you know, she likes girls, right? Fuck does that mean? Like, what does that have to do with it? Feels like such a moot point to like you go out of your way to do that and to say that as if it's undermining their product or what this person has produced. Like, that was a thing. And I know I'm speaking in hindsight, so I have the benefit of hindsight, but it's always felt strange to me.
Yeah, but I think it's supremely like tied to the Bible though.
Christianity,
Yeah,
specifically.
Yeah, because I think that people tend to.
That's interesting.
They tend when they read those words, they tend to take it literally, and they don't update it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like there hasn't been a new book of it that's come out where they rewrote it for the times that we're in now. So they tend to stick to that as like code, and a lot of times that's what throws off the balance on like people being in the open now, because there's always been these type of things from different people, whatever, but they've had to hide it before, or it was considered something else, like people getting sick and it being plague, or like people getting sick, or people like leprosy was like larger. It was just a lot. It was a lot of things that was like more adamant then, and then like now it's been updated for us to have more information. Which then should change things, which it has. It's given us different names, different vaccines, different things that make it more, make it more accessible, I guess. And I think that's just the piece that needed to be updated.
I think more so what's bothered me is how much of that blame is shouldered by hip hop for homophobia in our society, right? Hip hop's really homophobic. Hip hop's really sexist. Hip hop's really anti-women. I'd argue that is a reflection of the country, more importantly than like the world. But I'd argue that's a reflection of the world. But hip hop shouldering a lot of that blame was strange. And so when I know Frank is just one example. There's a million other examples that we could use. I'm just using him because of what Channel Orange means culturally, and Nostalgia Ultra too.
I don't know. I think at some point, yes, hip hop. Hip hop has definitely aged now, so it's getting older, since it was such a new thing. But it's been a mirror. It's been a mirror for society and for the streets in which it comes from. So each section that you'll have, whether it's on the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, the South, was all reflections of what was going on in that area. Because like we were listening to over the weekend the old Cash Money shit, and the lyrics that Cash Money was going with and what they was talking about, it was like, that's fucking crazy, because BG was like he was like 17 or 18 at that time, and it was like, if that was his experience at that point.
Who is this?
BG. Yeah, so I'm talking about like hip hop's being a reflection of just what location it's coming out of. So yeah, once it became popular and mainstream, and it wasn't just regional, was when it was open to that level of criticism, until it infiltrated everybody's households. Like once it got into the children. The parents can no longer, like, they can say whatever they want to say when they was at their jobs about hip hop, but then they go home and their children is rapping every lyric and doing every dance that they see from that genre, to the point where they were losing connection with their children. So they just started jumping into, and then they got a different affinity for it. They started to feel a little bit more where hip hop was coming from, and that's when it became, I think, major. I'm like, accepted.
So are you referring to like the power? I mean, I don't know. Is it like, yo, this is powerful, we should be afraid of it, or we should be concerned, or we should ask different questions?
Yeah, I think the power of storytelling, the type of stories that are being told, and the fact that it was reaching way beyond its region. So people in the burbs that didn't have to deal with drugs on the street, their drugs were actually coming from they was like on their campuses, or on their on like the school grounds or something like that. That'd be like where their drugs are coming from. So if they don't know if they don't know anything about that, but that's what they're hearing from these songs, you at first listen, you would give it a hard time, until you lost connection with your children. You're trying to regain it, and that was the way to regain it. And then they started to get a different affinity for it, because they started to understand the stories a little bit better.
So then now we're back at sort of the base. Was there a code to crack?
Yes, because I think what Frank cracked the code on was love. Yeah, but I think that's what the code was just on love in general, and I think love was very nearsighted before then.
We're still trying to figure out if there's a code to crack. We're still trying to figure out if
We're
there's a
taking
code
a
to crack.
very long way for this code for sure.
Catch y'all up. We're Frank Ocean. Did he crack a code on sexual orientation mattering to people at all? Or is it talent? Nothing from the room?
He definitely cracked the code. I don't think so. Nobody talked about like artists being gay until.
Yeah, that was part of the debate that we were having. We were just trying to get like it into the atmosphere and see what happens, what came back.
Queen Latifah?
No, say more. Say
No,
more.
definitely.
Say more.
You know, I mean, she's definitely gay.
For sure.
But did she? So what how it started was a room full of men singing pyramids with no problem, like none at all. You go, huh? That's interesting, because the perception is that people, especially men, especially black men, really care about what people identify as. That's what they'll tell you, at least. Doesn't seem to matter with Frank at all. Was there a code for him to crack? And to your point, did Queen Latifah have to go above and beyond to sort of conceal anything for a while?
No, but I don't feel like Frank really went above and beyond. We just didn't really know.
We just didn't know
He's not in the limelight.
At
Still
all.
to this day.
Yeah.
So he didn't really have to crack a code because nobody really knew who he was. They just liked his music.
See,
Now, if Drake were to come out to be gay,
what you think will happen?
first of all, females would be upset. Some men would be excited.
That's
You can't lie.
That is a bar.
That's a bar. Wait, say that again.
Females would be upset. Men would be excited. Some men would be excited.
Why would men?
First of all, Drake can come out as gay.
You think
Willy-nilly down on silly
I'm about to say, do you think that'll be the domino? Like it'll just be hella dominoes start going?
If Drake is coming out.
Yeah, like the
Swear.
studio gonna be nuts after that.
The studio.
The studio gonna be nuts, bro. Like
Literally.
you gotta put a disclaimer on the door.
Damn. So there wasn't a code to crack for Frank then. I guess is what we're getting. Is that where you at?
I'm still saying he cracked the code on love, man. I'll give him that much. And I'm going simply off of Think About You, because Think About You doesn't have like it wasn't directed at a individual. It'll be like as love actually is. So it'll be as a whole. It wouldn't be like, oh, I love a dude or I love a girl. You can just sing those lyrics and it'll be just love in general, whichever one inserts your connection to it.
Call me crazy, but I'm still going on that he was writing that for someone else and just left.
That was a reference?
Yeah, and just left the reference open-ended so that if a man got it, if a woman got it, they would just sing it. And then niggas went, oh, he's gay. And he's like, I ain't going to correct him. Like, because he pinned the letter, but he still didn't say anything.
That's been the theory, though. That's been the theory because once you say that at the level that he's at and where we were at as a society at that point, you couldn't go against it. So it did give a certain level of
if he would've-
immunity to the situation.
So if he would have said something, it would have done more harm than just not saying anything at all.
Wait, what's that again?
If he goes, no, I'm not gay, as opposed to just letting it rock.
If it's defensive about it, then that doesn't do anything for his brand.
Gotcha.
But if you just go along with it and then double down and go even harder on that shit, it opened up possibilities, connection-wise, reach-wise, you know. And because, truthfully, people care about sex so much that all you don't have to, you don't have to actually fight against what people are saying when it comes to sex. So
Like this cups right behind you. Oh, go ahead, G. My bad.
yeah, so if gay sounds like it's a bigger topic for you, then just go along with that shit. Because really, who you trying to get the approval from? Because you can still if you talk to women, but people think you're gay. You can still talk to women. That's not changing what you're able to do behind the scenes. If we're just talking about public shit.
Damn. So you cracked the code on love, but ultimately people don't really care as much as they pretend to, or they do care more. Because I don't know. After this weekend, I'm genuinely perplexed.
I don't think they care. I don't think they actually care, but what they do care about is being able to be in the conversation. So, are we able to talk about something?
Damn.
That's all we care about.
So
There's no emotional connection to it.
being in on the combo is more important than actually giving a.
That's been the important factor.
Damn.
Because why do you think so many? It's overwhelming. Like that's not like a. It wasn't polarized. Like it wasn't. It wasn't arguments on both sides. It was literally just everybody on one side. Why do you think that is? Because people love to be in on the conversation, and they don't. They like to be in on the conversation. They don't like to debate. So they would rather it be overwhelming. Everybody saying the exact same thing with a very loud voice, as opposed to being a smaller voice on the other side, trying to talk against the entire group going one way, I think.
So, back to that initial. I'm sorry, not the initial point, but in what we uncovered in the process is like how much. Why does hip hop shoulder so much of the blame for the collective sort of homophobia? The nation's collective homophobia and how collectively the nation treats women. Like hip hop is like the face of that shit. But the post seems to be consistent. Like niggas just have it wrong. But hip hop has to wear that badge of honor. But ultimately, the talent seems to override all that shit.
Freddie Mercury would be another example.
Huh?
From Queen.
Yeah.
Because he was.
But I mean,
in
now we're. I don't want to get into that bag of just like these exceptional generational talents. Like, could you be mediocre and no one give a fuck?
No, you have to be Elton John.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Like,
you have to be extraordinary.
We've used like the cream of the crop. Like
Bobby Lights keep coming out with music.
And
y'all gonna let Bobby Light in one day?
Hey,
Don't do that.
Bobby here. He's not going nowhere. See, Bobby's not going
by
nowhere.
any means.
Oh man, Lex Bud. What else we got? I don't know how we. Good pick on Frank first. That was good.
You want to hear Bobby's WAP remix?
Bobby doesn't have a WAP remix.
Shit.
No way.
I ain't heard it, but it's coming out.
Bobby don't have no WAP remix. You guess it.
All right.
There is no way.
Watch that nigga get that shit off.
Hey, Bobby, how uncomfortable Bobby made Charlemagne on his freestyles. The funniest. Who made who more uncomfortable? Did Bobby like make Charlemagne more uncomfortable, or did Tyler make Funk Flex more uncomfortable?
I'm gonna go with Tyler.
I'm gonna go with Tyler too, because Tyler was tripping. He was like, "Oh, I'm about to just make Funk Flex hella uncomfortable," because Funk Flex is like old school.
Yeah,
like
given who he is. Yeah,
like,
but no. I stand corrected. I think the other one. I think
You think Bobby and Charlemagne?
I think Charlemagne.
I don't think Charlemagne was uncomfortable though.
No, I think because Charlemagne be joking about that shit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he wasn't.
And
that.
Bobby really pushed that nigga line. Like, what's up?
That's different. Like, yeah. You could try to play along, but what if they really not playing with you? All right.
What you got next, Lex?
Do you want to go deep, or we still
pause? Nigga, don't ask me that on camera. Pause. Wait a minute.
That was your segue.
Segue.
Hey, this is my first time doing it. I don't know.
Let's do a minute of fire.
If you want to go deep, go deep.
Both of you guys talked about Running Mate, Kamala Harris. So
I mean that's the headline of the week. If we had a headline of the week, Kamala would have won it. So.
Oh yeah, appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Everybody got one? Salute.
Yes.
We want to jump straight to Kamala?
That's a nice little mix right there.
That was perfect.
I'm mad at that combo. Hey, it's all good. I'm over here drinking this hot ass tea.
Kamala?
I'm embracing
straight
it.
There? There's a lot to unpack. I don't know how.
Political money. Political corner.
Political corner. Let's do it. Let's start this. The liberals do the best fucking job of telling on themselves.
Okay.
Like, you want to see a group of people telling themselves as them. They pretend to care about hella shit, and then when certain shit happens, they just reveal, like, how they really don't give a fuck for real. I don't know.
Yeah.
You talking about first 48?
If it was the first 48, the left would be
In the hot seat?
and just be telling everything. Oh, we care about social injustice. We care about women. Y'all don't care about none of that shit, bro. Not for real. If it doesn't benefit you. And so, with the Kamala shit, let's do it. Let's compartmentalize it. Let's not just do one.
I think that's definitely back to the conversation of being in a conversation just to be in a conversation. Like,
how does it benefit your
because some of the things that they want is not obtainable.
facts?
Like, it sounds good, but if you do all of that, then I would say you're undermining what America is. And sometimes you just gotta allow that shit to be. And
Well,
then play the game.
To your point,
I think.
that's why I am going to give them sort of an A on this, is that they're playing way more sinister than they ever have. So you see what the right is doing. They don't give a fuck. Gloves are off. Now with the Kamala shit, all right, bet the sort of divide in the beginning to show like there isn't any unity on the front, then he can double back and endorse it and endorse her as his VP. But they had to create some beef on the front end to sort of distract everyone because he wasn't going to be able to walk her in the front door. The left wasn't going to let that happen. Not from the rip. Like, there wasn't going to be, he was going to lose hella money. Like, all of that shit was going to go out the door. So to do it this way, it's kind of like a layup. That's what it felt like to me. But it felt way more sinister than the left has ever played before. That's why they got it done.
But I still feel like the left was late to the party on
Facts.
being sinister.
Facts.
Because the sinister move would have been to, from the jump, allow Elizabeth Warren
Facts.
to go head to head with Trump. But
They missed the boat.
We wasn't ready
They
for that
missed
shit.
the boat.
So you can't try to be coming to the party with your outfit smacking now.
No.
That shit over with.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
Last call already happened.
definitely a little late, a lot late. But the fact that they're willing to try, maybe pretty happy.
So we giving our participation trophy.
Hey,
It's cold game, bro.
that's what this country is turning into. You just getting the trophy just for showing up now.
That's wild.
Like, yeah,
I ain't got time.
I don't know, man. But then now we're into this other phase where all these analysts and all these journalists and shit, they get to get on their high horse and pick the left apart because now the left is displaying shit that we've been talking about on the right for decades now. So I'm conflicted, bro. I just don't want to. I don't want to allow them to sit there and get their sort of high horse shit off about things that we've been complaining about them for forever now. So they want to look at her. They want to dig deep into her conviction rate. Nigga, okay. What about what Central Park 5? We can go, like, the list goes on and on. So I'm just confused. Like, why does everybody get to pick their spots and when to be sort of like, I don't know, highbrow?
I think you get highbrow initially. So, like, when the name first rings, then that's when you're highbrow. And then you just have to stay consistent through that shit. Because people just be talking shit.
Just be talking.
Yeah. So, like, if you're consistent through that, eventually they're just going to stop. They're going to stop. They're going to fall in line. But you got to allow that time to happen, I think. So, like, don't even address the shit that they're talking about. Like the whole, like when Obama had to go, when they was trying to get him to give over his documents.
Just ignore. Just completely ignore it.
Like his birth certificate and shit. All right. My nigga kept talking about everything else but that. Because, bro, you wasting my time.
So now, okay. So then now, the cry of the people. She's not black enough. She's not black at all. She's done more to harm the black community if you let them tell it. So, I don't know. I just don't really know how you want anyone to feel how you want what anyone to say when the sole mission is to get the brother fuck out of here. Like I don't really care to have a sort of distracted conversation or a fractured conversation that takes away from the real, like overall goal. It feels real divisive and intentional.
I want them to show me a politician that has done something for black people.
That's all. That's my point. That's my point.
Because I don't know why that conversation keep coming up. Like that's the thing.
But now they get to have it and sort of like, ha ha, I told you so, and they get to use her face when having it, and it's like, no, it's been the case forever. So it's just confusing. I don't know.
That's weirdo energy, man. But what I wanted to do though, like I think it's more important for us to do this. How about we just take 4 years off?
I'm with it.
No leadership. California get ran as California. All the states get ran by their
no, don't leave us to Gavin. He don't fuck with us for real. Don't leave us to Gavin. No,
bro. For 4 years, let's see how it is.
Gav don't fuck with us, bro.
That shit might be like gangs in New York.
It's gonna have to be.
I'm here for it.
It's
though.
the only chance we stand in California.
I'm here for a radical change. So like, we're not about to be here just. Y'all thought the radical change was putting a person that's not a politician in office. You put a businessman in office, bet. So cool. So businesses thrive. Everybody else becomes more poor. So that was radical. That's cool. The answer to that is to throw in dementia and folks. And like,
wait. You're not gonna subtly say they just gonna throw in dementia though, which they are. That was a real subtle, just like
he gonna win, but he's
definitely gonna win, but it's not gonna
be the president, bro. Yeah. Like it's gonna be whoever is attached to him as president. So I don't know if that's Kamala or if that's I doubt it's gonna be her too. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they're gonna have like folks in place that block shit.
I'm with the radical shift.
Nah, we should go without. Let's just try it. Can't get worse. Like what's worse than what we dealing with right now?
Man, you got it.
All right, man. I'm just questions. Think a little bit outside the box. That's a fire T-shirt, Lex. I gotta give you that, man.
Oh shit! Thank you.
I just happened to see that was like, is that Buddha or something like that in the middle of it?
Yep.
Okay, I just happened to see that. Playing the banjo?
Yep.
That's fire.
He on vacation.
Buddha need vacation. You're right.
Hey, if Buddha need vacation, we're done. We're completely done.
What?
Bruh, you think it's easy being peaceful?
Bro.
That nigga tired.
He's like, okay.
He want to cuss people out too.
You got it.
He also got to get away because they always got to rub his belly.
Okay.
That's how you get good luck from Buddha, bro.
Hey, you not gonna say the people is assaulting Buddha, bro.
Been assaulting him for a
Watch
year,
out.
for shit, what? Decades.
Over 100 years.
Lex Bub, what you think? So far, so good.
Okay. That's what we doing.
That's what we doing.
Nick Cannon suing Viacom for $1.5 billion.
He better.
That's the moves I'm talking about.
That was a thought I had when I read it. I was like, he better.
That's the moves I'm talking about, man. Because is it for the rights to the show as well?
Yeah.
Or is it just
not
for
just
like
that show, all the shows. So in the Viacom
everything that
deal,
he's in.
So Viacom, that umbrella includes his Nickelodeon shit, his MTV shit, VH1.
Viacom has Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Viacom is just like the media outlet.
It's a network. It's an umbrella network.
Got it. They're like BET and all that shit.
BET is owned by.
I think Viacom has that.
Yeah. My initial thought when reading that was he better, and because you can't. There we go. The block is hot, bro. The block is hot, and we've never done it this late either, too. So
It's afternoon.
yeah,
So
All the liquor and the heat done.
yeah, it's about to get sick.
He way everybody be on their worst behavior, boy.
Y'all are spoiled. It is not hot out here.
Wait, where you coming from?
Vegas.
Okay, you right.
Can't argue that.
Don't have nothing for that.
Hey,
It is hot though. Like
No, it's a little humid, but Vegas is like 120 right now.
that's what I'm saying. Like that don't even make sense
I
at
was
all.
about to say I couldn't do.
Like don't ever reach no 120. What? think I would melt,
I would have called money. Nigga, the pod's on suspension. We'll do it tomorrow.
Pod cancel.
bro.
If we don't get AC in here,
if
we
you
ain't
ain't doing
not-
the pod in
we-
AC, it's
Yeah,
ugly.
we're not gonna have a pod. I ain't gonna hold you,
bro.
Not like this.
120. What?
This is crazy.
Like, I wouldn't even let my dog walk on the pavement.
Dang.
Pick up my dog.
They got ice suits. Like I know they got like the heat suits. Like they got the ones you could put like the
Like, you don't.
like a cooling suit. Like
You just keep it in the
ain't
fridge.
got nothing like that.
No, you just stay your ass inside.
Oh, that's
Wait
weak.
until the sun
You just gave somebody $1 million invention.
The ice suit.
They gonna be on your show any minute pitching it.
Punch.
Let's edit that. Just a little
Nah,
bit.
we gonna stop giving away ideas. I
I'm
know that
telling
much.
you. Nick, let's stay with Nick.
Go for it.
What were your thoughts when you saw that, Lex? I mean, and I'm only asking because you're a show creator, you're a writer.
Shit, I was like you. He better do that. It's
Yeah.
like all the work he done put in. What he been writing shows since 15?
Yeah, just about the all that in Keenan and Kel was 15, 16. So
And then he say he got like a half Jewish cousin.
Is all
Something-
that still on?
all that is on. They did a reboot with a
I know.
whole
Yeah.
whole new generation.
I like that. I like the idea they was doing.
And wasn't he like the executive producer of Nick Jr.?
for a minute, for a hot minute.
Nah, you got.
I
No,
don't-
they say give me the bag. He need the suitcase.
But what?
My question is does he have a Jewish lawyer?
The rabbi might roll with him.
Yeah.
The rabbi kept it a buck. Rabbi told him not to apologize. He didn't listen. And the rabbi told him not to sit on their episode either. He's like, yo, put this shit out right now and don't apologize. Because then you change the conversation. You put everybody on attack mode, and it gives them grounds to sort of just like push their line. And that's what it sounded like to me. What he was saying in terms of telling Nick not to walk back anything he said. Because ultimately, what Nick was referring to in terms of power was display. Like he lost everything essentially on the grounds of misspeaking, when everybody else gets to sort of just apologize and all is forgiven, and his livelihood and his ability to earn and everything that he's attached to was just taken away. So
But isn't that against free speech?
I could see. Don't let
Like I
that.
know there's consequences for shit that you say,
Yeah.
but you took away.
Don't walk in there with the free speech argument though. That's not going to win that case.
Nah,
That's not.
especially if
Not that case. I'm just talking about period. I'm talking about the idea that you can take away everything for something that somebody says or is not completely informed on. Now his problem was that he was regurgitating, so that's an issue. in
There you
itself.
go.
But
There
you
you
don't
go.
lose everything for regurgitation.
There you go.
It wasn't his words.
do you think it got to do with also what you signed in that contract? Because if in the contract it says you can't say this, that, and the third.
All contracts on that level will say that you can't do something against the brand.
That's sort of
So it's a gray area that you can just fire somebody over. But
yeah, but I think that's a different exercise of power. Like for real, that just isn't afforded to a contract that would be, I don't know, that lengthy. Because this was on his platform, something completely separate from Viacom. I think that's the gray area that they, at least if they better present, he was nowhere near a Viacom platform.
or using a Viacom studio.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what. I don't know. I don't know what the defense is gonna have to come up with something crazy. I just wonder what it would be.
Crazier than Cuba Gooding Jr.'s?
What was Cuba's?
there's nothing crazier than Cuba.
Wait, what was
No,
Cuba?
no.
Wait,
You don't know Cuba?
No, wait.
You
Go
don't know
ahead.
Cuba's track record?
No, I know his track record. What was his argument?
Go ahead, L. You bless him with it.
Which one we talk about? We talk about the baby one.
The baby one or the newest one where they were talking about women with
Wait.
smaller breasts.
Wait, what? Cuba wildin'. You can look at Cuba and tell he a wild boy.
Did you see Cuba on the boat though?
That's not when he took his dick out there. That's not that one.
No, but he was
Okay.
hanging on the side of some bro's boat, and the bro was just looking at him like he was just trying to look forward.
Oh no.
He might be the wildest dude.
In Hollywood.
I want to know. He got to do it unsung.
Cuba does not need it on the song.
We need a Cuba song.
No.
I need to know what's going on behind the scenes with Cuba.
Wait, so
man.
no, so what do y'all tell me what the defense was? Like, what was his argument? Because he walked out of the courtroom like they just won that day. So what did he say?
The defense was saying that women. Again, this is the defense, not me. I'm putting that out there, but the defense was basically saying women with smaller breasts
Oh, Jesus.
are more irritable.
They did not say that.
I'm gonna read it.
It was said.
You read it
Thank
too?
you. Thank
What-
you.
no.
It's nuts.
Or more irritable? What? How do you get that off? What was the
What's
context?
the definition of small?
Small.
Like how small?
You like damn, you ain't got no titties.
Are more irritable?
And then also, did they bring in like subjects?
Evidence? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like
Oh my God!
where'd they get their experiment from?
That was a quote from somebody's lawyer said that in court. Cuba's lawyer specifically.
Lawyers are great, man.
Jesus.
Lawyers are in control of just words. Like you just rearrange words.
Did you find it?
I'm reading through it right now, trying to find it.
Damn, when did Lex drop these in there?
That's what he's talking about.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What was that? This was in regard to Nick. So
Big move, man. A very important move. It's something that we need to do more often. We need to know our legal rights. We need to, if we don't, we need to cash up for a lawyer that is willing to go to bat. So if you got money, you should already have that shit. So you shouldn't be having to.
oh, that's what it was. Is it? Are you personally at a place now where you're thinking of legal representation as an investment?
Always,
Okay.
always.
Okay. I was watching.
I'm at a place where I control narratives. Like I told you, I'm really big on communication. I'm really big on how words work together, right, in order to build a story.
Or don't, for that matter.
Huh?
Or don't.
Well, lack of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But actually using them and knowing what they mean, it's only about narrative.
Yeah.
Everything else it's not, none of this shit is actually real.
Yeah.
So we just create a narrative around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to be you have to be the best at that.
All right, I'm gonna give you the quick describing it. His lawyer reportedly raised the idea
Sicko.
that a woman's insecurity about having small breasts can directly impact on how she views reality, especially in relations to sexual assault.
They did not say that in court, bro.
And he walked out with his head high.
That's why he walked out like that day?
He walked out with the Tupac walk.
Nah, he walked out with that
Oh,
Conor McGregor.
Nigga, they're about to put you under the jail, and he don't even know it. That's crazy. What? G, you got to fight your lawyer if that's what they come up with. That's the best they came up with in the meeting?
Shit. That was the only angle he had.
Jesus.
If they catch you red-handed, nigga, that's what I got.
Oh, my gosh. Lawyer is an investment. The Master P, have you been watching the No Limit stories?
No, I need to. I heard it's hella good.
So P does a really good job in describing, like, because people for years have been trying to figure out how he got the deal that he got. And one thing that he never talked about openly until now was hiring Michael Jackson's lawyer. And artists, creators of such, before you take any idea, before you take any type of music, anything, please get your legal intact. Because it's just the nature of the beast to get the better deal, like to take advantage of you. Like it's not even at this point. It's not even personal. It's just like, hey, can we win this? It's a lot like politics. Like, hey, can we just win and come out with the upper hand? And if you have someone who knows how to read that bullshit ass jargon and go, nope, 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 nope. The only thing they can do is come back with a deal that's in your favor, i.e., the first 90-10 to ever be seen in music. Like, it's just unheard of, but it's because of the lawyer. And P goes, yo, I took $25K and it's like, here, just to have that first initial meeting. And bro was so impressed with him just coming with the 25. Was like, yo, I'll fuck with you. Because you're thinking about this in a completely different way than any rapper, quote unquote, before. In terms of just ownership and retaining ownership.
Yeah.
And that's how No Limit is able to morph into what it was able to morph into. Rap a lot. Cash Money. Rockefeller. See where I'm going? It's a different game, but trying to figure out like why that isn't sort of the standard. And P made a really good point. It's because we don't value sort of the blueprint and foundation building. So with the whole Kodak Black shit, he was like, they were arguing over money publicly. And he's like, no, I don't want nothing from you like on no back end shit, but I do have a wealth of knowledge I'm going to afford you that's going to allow you to make a crazy amount of money. You would have to go pay a white lawyer, a white Jewish lawyer somewhere, run me my issue. What's wrong with that? And why not look at that as an investment to spend? They go spend an afternoon with Master P.
That's real. That's the youth in him though. He gonna look back at that one day and be like, "What the fuck did I do?"
You think Kodak will?
Yeah.
I
think as if he's allowed the opportunity to become older, then I think you look at a lot of those things in retrospect.
I think Kodak will be okay. I'm sort of referring to rap as a whole, artists of color as a whole. Why not put your bread together and go be able to consult directly from P or someone like that? Why is that looked at? That'll get looked at as like, I don't know, just him taking advantage of young artists or whatever. But you got to pay anyone else to do it. These sort of conventions and these symposiums and shit, you got to pay a lot of money to go there if you're not sponsored by a label or someone to go. They're charging Canadian Music Week. They charge so much. South by Southwest, they charge a lot to attend. Revolt, they charge a lot to go attend and just be able to pick people's brains and just hear random ass guest speakers. Why not just go pay to sit down and get the game for real? Get your publishing right. Having your publishing right, you can be the most mediocre artist and be okay, as long as your publishing's intact. But how few people know how to truly acquire their publishing and think that they know what they're doing. I got my ASCAP, I got my BMI, nigga. You're not registering your songs. You're not copywriting them. So, or how are you making money? Seriously, like there's this whole gray area of just language that artists don't understand.
They got their advance though.
Hey, an advance that you got to pay a crazy APR on, by the way. Like, think about that. Niggas have to pay an APR on their advance, G.
That's it.
And that should be like 30%.
What's even sicker, some motherfuckers don't even know what an APR is.
Come on. And they're just like, oh, I got my advance. What's your APR, huh? You don't know? Oh, you didn't even know you had interest on your advance money.
Nah, my nigga, you didn't hear me, bro. I got my advance.
You missed. Why you trying to rain on my parade,
Yeah,
fam?
my nigga.
Like, no, nigga, they're going to tax you on this,
This is
and
a
you're never
celebration,
gonna get
my nigga.
out. Oh, but I only owed him 5 albums. Yeah, you owed him 5 albums, and you got to pay that advance back with interest. I don't know. Whatever. What we got, bro?
My phone dead.
Oh shit. Let's see. L, where you want to go? You want to stay wholesome because we got guests today, or you want to get frisky? I'm staying with frisky for the rest of the show.
This is not the nice and wholesome pod. Okay.
Sorry, we can't be wholesome because y'all here today.
We can never be wholesome, bro. Like, whether we have guests or not, bro. Wholesome is it?
You be trying to be wholesome sometime.
I'll be having moments, streams of consciousness.
Oh shit! Here we go. Oh, what was in that order? Are people censoring their private lives?
Yes.
Did both of y'all say yeah at the same time?
Nah, he said it,
That's
but he said it for me. You knew I was going to say yes.
That's
Wait.
why I put it on there.
Are people censoring their private lives? What does that mean?
All right. So we're living in PC culture, right? So
I'm rolling so
if
far.
that's how we're moving in the public eye, and my theory on people are not having sex It's the reason why they're so gung ho and stuck on people's sexualities and how people are having sex and stuff like that, right? So if that's the case, then it leads me to believe that this runs a lot deeper, and they're doing this shit behind closed doors to bring that into the public. Like, I don't think that they're wilding out and then somehow are able to dial that shit back when.
So you think everybody just turned down?
Turned the fuck down, like,
Huh? That's interesting.
to the point where your kids don't respect you.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How do those go together?
Hey,
How the fuck do those go?
Hey,
I'm trying
when
to tell
When L just come off the bench,
That's,
he
that's
like,
how he feeling. He's like, yo, the
give me
pod,
the rock.
The pod two turned down right now. You want to take it there, huh?
yeah, I had to go switch to jersey like Jimmy Butler. I was trying to rock the no name.
All right, go ahead. Because people with kids keep coming for us. Like, Lex the only one, and you niggas sit up there and talk like y'all got kids for real, bro.
I mean, if niggas with kids took that shit personal, bro, it might be you.
It might be. All right,
It
all
might-
right,
it
all
might
right,
be.
all right. We're getting canceled this week, man. Go for it. You just go ahead.
Man, I don't think people should
Nah,
take
we
things
can't get
personal.
canceled. I got a kid, so it's good.
Oh,
Go
we're
ahead, say
safe.
whatever you want. L. When have I ever said you
Let-
wrong?
hey,
When have I
hey.
said you wrong?
That's why you my guy. We always see each other like this, man.
Wait, but he said your kids don't respect you because you turned down. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, bro.
All right,
Help me.
so if you know that your parent was living a certain type of way, right, growing up, and then they had you, and all of a sudden they trying to insert shit that they didn't do into you, that lets me know that I can't respect you because you're not living thorough.
I'm rolling because you're right, but I don't want to agree. But you're right. Go ahead. Go
Like,
ahead.
you don't all of a sudden have an epiphany in there, and now you walk on water and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Am I lying?
You not. I'm rolling. I don't want to agree, but you're right. Go ahead. Keep going.
All right, cool. So, yeah.
So how do you get to? In what capacity are people censoring themselves in their private lives? Or what is that like? That's just broad to me.
already said that they're not having sex with each other.
That's okay. You should be censoring that from your kids. So what else are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about censoring from everyone. So you're censoring from the other adults in the room. You're censoring from your child. You're censoring from guests. You know what I mean? Like if you're holding up a facade, right, and you're making it seem as if this is the right way to live.
So pandering. Yeah.
It's condescending. Like you're insulting everyone's intelligence.
Facts.
By making it seem as if there's a way to live perfect. Like perfect is obtainable. So you can strive towards that, but you ain't gonna say that you already there.
What is one hoping to achieve in doing that?
Improvement, increasing of status. It's all about that.
Damn, L, that was a way better answer than me.
What'd you have?
Yeah, what'd you have?
What'd you have?
I was gonna say likes,
There you go.
That's a short frame answer. Yeah, that's
There
a
you
short
go.
frame answer. Yeah,
but see, he worded it so elegantly, made it sound super smart.
because I'm here for narrative.
I'm here for narrative. So that goes back to your point from a few weeks ago that everybody's branding. Everybody's a brand.
Yes.
Jeez.
From the moment you decide to play the social media game, you started branding. I knew from when I was a kid that branding was a thing because my mom does hair, and that was like she did that shit on the side, and I was like a walking billboard for her when I had long hair, so braids. When I tried to transition it into like dreads, when I cut it, and now I just had like short hair or whatever, and she was doing my cuts on that shit with like designs and stuff. So I was a walking billboard for her work that she's doing. In a way, was me also branding myself when it came to like playing hoop and stuff like that, and the community that I was building, and the amount of people that knew me, and from there was able to take along what they saw from what I was doing and maneuver that into whatever location they was going into.
Gotcha.
So that's an extension of a brand.
Gotcha.
So if people know you for a certain thing, then that's what it is. And then when social media came about, that meant that everyone, regardless of what you're doing, what you present is your brand. Whether you have a company or not, that is your brand. So that is how you are modeling yourself for the public, whether you're doing that in real life or not. You know what I mean? So your presentation on there is letting me know that behind closed doors, y'all censoring yourself.
So now we know that. with PC culture moving into mainstream and pop culture though, and cancel culture and sort of the retroactive canceling of shit. Ellen, for example, like the long game isn't to censor yourself because then you just look. Now you suspect. If you this nice, you this wholesome, you this sweet all the time. Now I gotta suspect that you were with Epstein at some point, or somebody on your staff was touching your other staffers or some shit like that. Like now I just have to assume that because that's what keeps happening. They keep getting all the nice motherfuckers out the way. Like you could have never told me they were coming for Ellen. You could have never told me they were coming for Brian Callen. You could have you see where I'm going here. Like this is getting kind of strange now.
Remember what I was saying before? And it's blasphemous to say, and it continues to be blasphemous every single time I say it. But where you think Oprah at?
Somewhere praying that don't nothing come out about her. If they get Oprah out of here, I'm done with everybody. I promise you.
I best believe.
Been on TV for 40 years, bro. If they come get her,
and
Personally, kidding me?
say it again.
She'd be perfect. I mean, she would like
Ideal.
ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me that.
No.
And you got to think she been in Africa way too long with kids.
Definitely creating her clone right now. 'Cause she's
Y'all don't tell me they coming for Oprah next.
I just told you they got Tom Hanks.
What I'm
Oh, you did?
Say
it again?
They came for the white lady.
They had to come for
It was-
Ellen. Ellen been shucking and jiving way too long.
It was easy. It was easier to get Ellen than it was to get Oprah though. Like I feel like Oprah has put together enough separation from what her actual dirt is, where you would have to actually take down a good amount of walls in order to get to her. Because I think her shit is removed from.
But
from her.
in fairness, it feels like Ellen is one of them walls. Like, all right, we got her. Now we coming for you. Now I hadn't thought about it until y'all said it. Now I'm nervous. Cause if they get Oprah, I'm gonna be sick. Cause no one's safe.
So you niggas think they gonna flip Stedman?
Oh, they gonna flip. If Stedman flip, he's a hoe. I'm sorry.
Hey, y'all,
I'm sorry. He better not tell. He better not tell.
y'all better wonder. When's the last time y'all saw a picture of Stedman?
Never.
Exactly.
You don't know what Stedman. We're all
You
guessing.
don't know what
we
Stedman
do not
look
know
like.
what Stedman looks like.
you only got this. You only got the name Stedman.
Yeah.
How
Stedman
many-
might not even be real.
Bro,
First of all,
that is an
Let's
alias.
start
That's an
there.
alias.
That's Kaiser
He may not be real. Let's start there.
That's Oprah's alter ego.
So what you gonna tell me? She gonna come out with a do-rag on and a perm?
Oh shit.
Bro, you try to tell me Oprah got a what's that movie that M. Night Shyamalan did?
No, she's got a Ruxpin when Childish played the dad or the
Yeah, she got
no. Don't tell me that.
Oprah's got that the motel.
I'm not rolling.
Bro, yeah, she put the dress on, but then she also put the pants. She got one leg in the pant, the other leg in the dress.
And the house is built with secret compartments so she can do that shit hella fast and just be Stedman and Oprah.
Bro,
Oh no.
has them combos sick. Cause
Has anybody seen them together? Have you seen Oprah and Stedman
I
together?
mean, we could Google, but that's not as fun as the rest of this conversation. So
Have y'all seen Oprah and Stedman together before?
not in at least 10 years.
So you seen them together before?
Yes.
You sure? See?
No, but you feel like you have. They've
see,
been in the same place before.
they made you
you've been in the
think
same
that.
place. You've been in the same.
Yeah.
You seen them together before? Nope. Point proven.
Y'all seen them before.
I've never seen.
Never seen her.
The Chappelle skit is the closest.
And
I've
also,
gotten.
I want to know what Stedman did to be on one name basis.
Damn. You don't know his
That's
last
an
name?
alias, bro.
What's his last name? Or is his last name Stedman?
Oh, he might be with the mob if you.
Oh shit. We got to find out.
Watch, you gonna pull him up. It's gonna have everything about him.
Nah, you gonna pull him up. It's gonna be 10 different people. There's
Graham.
10 different shades
Stedman
of black.
Graham.
Huh?
And I've seen them together before. That's not fair.
Oh.
I've seen them together before. Okay.
He related to
Sorry, Stedman.
He related.
Aubrey? You said Aubrey?
Yeah, he from Canada.
He for sure look like he could be Aubrey's dad. For sure.
He got the mustache.
He got the mustache.
That's what's up.
Think I'm playing?
I hate you. Niggas.
I've never seen Stedman before.
You've seen Stedman before. You just don't know you've seen him. That's why I was like, oh damn, I've seen him before.
Oh, he do got the stash.
He's got the stash. That's Aubrey's uncle. It's all making sense.
It is. Hey, Stedman Stedman also 6'7". That's cold.
Stedman not 6'7". Oh shit.
That's scary.
Damn. That's Aubrey uncle for sure. It's gotta be.
Dun, 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 dun.
Fuck. We uncracked that one.
We
Good job,
cracked the
fellas.
code.
Good job, fellas.
Damn. All right. Well,
Where else do you get these theories from?
only here. You want to? Should we stay with Aubrey?
Let's go with Aubrey.
Did y'all see the Nike commercial?
No, I missed it.
You
I
didn't
seen-
see? Well, I mean the video.
No, it
all I
was
saw-
a Nike.
all I
You
saw was
either
the
saw the
Marshawn
video or
part.
you saw the commercial. Which one did you see?
I saw the Marshawn part.
I saw the Nike commercial. I saw the advertisement for Oregon. Best place to go to vacation.
What are we? How do we feel?
Like Oregon, the school, Oregon, or
The city,
Oregon?
Portland.
Oh, okay.
Not even Portland, because the headquarters is in
They was at Nike.
Beaverton. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
they're on the campus.
got it.
Where should we start with? Because this is I had the like deeper, darker link on this one. Like it's not just straightforward. It's just like, oh, Drake did a song. He unveiled his shoe. It's a little bit more sinister than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait to get to Kendrick and Cole, because of course I figured out how to wrap them into this shit too. But let's start with what this means for Adidas, right? So, Beyonce, Childish, Pusha, Ye, they were sort of setting themselves up to like completely get Nike the fuck out of here, like in a real way. It sounds crazy. It sounds almost hot takey.
You mean culturally?
Yes.
Because they do lifestyle like no other.
No. Adidas does lifestyle really, really great. But if you get Drake, now we're having a completely different conversation.
Got it.
We know what happened with Push. We know what happened with them. That deal gets undermined. Cool. No harm, no foul. Until this happens. That rollout was amazing. I don't give a fuck how you feel about Drake. That was incredible storytelling. However, no shows, no ability to earn. Now the lifestyle partnerships with the artists mean a whole hell of a lot more than they did just a year. How long ago was the beef?
With who?
Pusha and Drake? 2 years ago?
2 years ago?
2 or 3.
So now these partnerships mean so much more than they ever did before niggas couldn't do shows no more. Now we got to figure out how to tell long form, engaging stories with content with people that can shift culture. Mm-hmm. And now we got the hottest nigga, and align him with some of the white hot people right now and stop the internet. How does Adidas compete with that? Because I don't care how you feel about bro. He's just good at the shit. He's just better at the shit than everyone else.
I don't think Adidas is competing with Nike though.
How you figure?
Like yes, they both do the same thing, right? But Adidas is number 2, right? The two.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you get back to your point.
Yeah.
Adidas is number 2, and for the first time in 50 years, had an opportunity to like solidify number 1, and it gets botched on a rap beef. Like I just want to point out how much more.
Oh, you're talking about when they brought up the Adidas thing.
Drake,
The
Adidas,
thing.
Drake Adidas was done. Like this is not speculation. Like this was done. They were getting ready to roll that sneaker out.
Got it.
So if you go Beyonce, Childish Gambino, and Drake all within the same year, there ain't shit Nike can do. I don't care how many Kevin Hart sneakers you do. You're not shifting culture like them 3. And now it's ruined. But now artists can't perform. Now everything that they got is storytelling like this, and then you do a video like that.
And artists shift
I'm with you.
culture more than athletes.
I'm gonna say yeah. Now, it wasn't always like that, but now, Beyonce, Black is King, Homecoming, Childish Gambino, Guava Island, This Is America. It feels different. But if you go, what's been a bigger silhouette than anything Yeezy's done in the last 3 years? You put Drake with that, now you're unstoppable. To me,
Yeah.
the athletes don't matter at that point.
I think I think athletes are still like universal though. So like it's still something where it stretches across seas. Like who has the most followers on Instagram?
LeBron and The Rock, huh?
No, there's a person above them, above everyone.
Kylie.
Justin Bieber?
Ronaldo,
Oh, that makes sense.
Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's Nike. The level like the level of stardom that individual is underneath the umbrella of the top company.
Nike.
So like
Is he Nike? He's Nike, right?
he's Nike. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking more so like I respect Adidas. I respect what everything Adidas does culturally. That's important. We needed them to take the culture seriously. And that's what Adidas ended up doing by solidifying number 2 with that. But to try to flip it to become number 1 in my book,
You would have needed athletes still.
Huh?
You still think they would have needed athletes?
You'd have needed athletes, but it's also grandfathered in. You can't. It's too much of a distance. Like you got to think about how big Nike actually is.
Well, that's
and where Adidas is actually.
so. That's my because of said distance. You cover so much ground where you go, okay, bet they got the sports. We don't have LeBron. We don't have Giannis. We don't have KD. We don't have Kyrie. All bets are off with the sports shit. Where we can compete because Nike slept on his Kanye shit.
Mm-hmm.
We got Ye. We got Beyonce. Oh shit. Let's close this Drake deal and really compete.
I just think the symbol is more iconic. I think they won the battle when they got the Nike swoosh. Like the check was what won the battle.
But
That's like having the McDonald's sign.
But we also know that we also have a little bit more context now on that after the last the MJ shit. Last Chance, not Last Chance. What is the Last Dance? MJ said like, "Hey, I only took that Nike meeting because my mom told me not to be rude." He wanted Adidas, so that's not necessarily true either. It means something now because of what MJ did, but I'm just saying, like, so that still means that the door is open for something. And I don't know. Maybe I'm giving it way more stock than it needs to. I'm thinking from if there aren't going to be any more shows till spring 2021, all there's going to be is these long form sort of videos, documentaries, pseudo documentaries, mini docs. Who better than to have to do some original content than fucking Drake, man?
If sports died, then yes, Adidas will become number 1.
We should go there next too, by the way.
Like if sports are not able to do their work because of coronavirus, then yes, you may have something because then all you have for entertainment is gonna be coming from the music side.
Got you.
And movies where it's different branding over there, but that's pretty much what it's gonna be. So I would say yes. If sports cannot work and cannot catch the eyes of everybody, then yeah, I would say there's more of a distance that could be gained.
Maybe I just really like that video than I'm admitting out loud.
I haven't seen the video, so that's why
I just really like that video. But in staying with the sports shit, because you're right. If sports had died completely, then maybe so. But that play-in game shit was amazing.
Great idea.
Oh my gosh.
Great idea.
One play-in game to have that much hype around it, that much like drama, and for a whole house of people to just stop what they're doing and go, no, we gotta watch this last 5 minutes. And the NBA is nailing this shit. Like the bubble, they got it figured out. Still no reported cases since they've started.
There's a few people leaving. I think Conley just left.
With it?
Huh?
He's contracted it, COVID, or he's just leaving?
I forgot what it was. I don't know. I forgot what it was, but it was somebody else that had it. Oh, it was Mamba, the guy from Orlando.
Oh, the big fella.
Yeah.
He got it while he was there?
He had it before when he I think he had it at some point before, like he had complications with it before, but he had got cleared, and then he came in. He just had to leave, and he's gone for the playoffs basically because of the complications.
So not a case contracted within the bubble.
Not inside the bubble, no. So they're doing well on that.
So still doing well on that, and because the teams are healthy, and I read something where it's like the players who suffer from like performance anxiety are playing way better than they would in front of 50,000 people. So now it just looks like flawless basketball. Like every team looks really fucking good. So
Yeah, somebody's gonna make a very dumb mistake and overpay for some of these guys.
Oh
that
yeah,
are, like,
for sure. So
gonna be
everybody's
killing
getting paid. I'm here for niggas getting paid too. But you're right. If somebody's gonna overpay for a player that will not do that when fans are back in the arena. But while it's the bubble, ball out, bro.
Definitely that. I'm interested in seeing what's going on with these playoffs though.
Yeah.
Because of course they're millionaire athletes that if you give them any level of restrictions, yes, they've been doing well so far.
You don't think it's sustainable though.
I just don't think that
The discipline. I mean,
I think per man, yes, probably the top tier guys can figure it out and not do anything stupid. But I'm talking about the guy that is like very important that comes off the bench.
yeah.
Something like that. Like, can you keep them in line? You know what I mean? For this period of time, being in that bubble.
But I mean, what's the alternative? The world's closed still. Like, I want to go home. I want to leave the bubble. I want to do what?
Money. They are millionaires. You do not need to. The world is always open, bro.
The world is closed.
Like LA
man.
is only closed to the general public.
To the broke niggas is that what you saying?
To the broke niggas. There's plenty to do in LA.
Damn. So you don't think it's sustainable though? You think somebody's gonna crack and then it's gonna be the talk of the playoffs?
I didn't say that. I say it's gonna be a important piece though. It's not like I wouldn't say anybody that is of the top tier because they make so much. Like they understand how important it is for their endorsements. They can't fuck up like that. But I'm talking like the cat that ain't even got his endorsement yet.
Predictions. We
got his paycheck though.
We looked at the Vegas odds to see who had what to win what. Some good bets were placed this weekend. Who you got? Let's just do first round. Let's do round by round. Don't do championship yet. Who you got first round?
I bet
Each
Black.
series. You bet Black.
All right, passenger 57. Wesley Snipes over here. Always bet on Black.
Always bet on
You
Black,
had
man.
nothing for the first round matchups?
First round matchups. Let's see what it is.
I got you.
I don't know who's playing.
So 1 versus 8 in the West is the Lakers versus the Trailblazers.
We got the Lake Show.
2 versus 7 is the Clippers versus the Mavericks.
Clippers versus the Mavericks.
Luka.
I got Clippers.
Okay, 3 versus 6. Oh no, 3 versus what I just do.
Yeah, 3 versus 6.
Yeah, 3 versus 6 is shit.
All right, 3 versus 6 is
That's not Utah, huh? No, Denver.
Yeah, Denver and Utah.
Who you got?
Denver.
And then 4 versus 5, Houston and OKC.
Houston for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm with you every.
I'm going with all top seeds for this one.
I'm with you every pick except for that one. I got the Thunder beating the Rockets. In the East, 1 versus 8, that's Milwaukee versus Orlando.
Milwaukee all day.
With you. 2 versus 7.
Is that Miami?
That is no, that's not Miami. Miami and Indiana is 4 versus 5, isn't it?
Oh, it's Raptors, Nets, Raptors.
Yeah. I like the Nets though.
Huh?
I like the Nets.
They don't have anybody. All they have is Carey.
Hey, Carey Levert looks like a boy. Can't nobody stay in front of him.
Bro, that's the Raptors, bro.
You're
Like-
true.
like-
They got a couple bodies.
Yeah, like them
That's fair.
them top
That's
to
fair.
them
That's-
top to
that's
bottom
fair.
is I would say one of the more focused teams that are in the bubble.
So that's 3 versus 6. 4 versus 5 is Miami and Indiana.
I really like Miami, man. Like I really like Miami. I like Miami to get an upset in a second round from somebody.
I thought that Bam was the best, like most formidable opponent for Greek Freak, and then I saw Greek Freak like completely act like Bam was like a little nigga. Like that shit, it surprised me so much that Greek Freak could just put Bam on his hip, and Bam just had to hold on like everybody else does with him. So I thought that matchup would be closer than it probably.
I just think Miami has a mental edge over a lot of teams.
Facts. That is true. Spo's a really good coach.
And it's also like it because I think a lot of times you can get caught up in score when it comes to the NBA, and you can go up on a team like Miami, 20, 25 points,
And you not be safe because they can shoot the
yeah,
shit out of the ball.
and they're not going to give up.
Yeah.
So those are teams that you got to be wary of. As people that it doesn't matter what the score is. I mean,
Okay.
check ball.
So we got all the same picks except for that 4 versus 5 in the West.
Yeah.
Okay. Any drama notes, predictions to add to the playoffs? Any fights? Because now that some of these teams are staying in a hotel that are matched up against same hotels that are matched up against each other. They're in the bubble, so it ain't like, nigga, we're gonna play and then go to our separate homes. And no, we're in the bubble together. Does that add or no?
I predict a dust up with Kyle Lowry and Aaron Gordon.
Don't pick Kyle Lowry to dust up with nobody. And Aaron Gordon in the first round? No.
Why not?
Maybe though. Watch that be the dust
Bro,
up
that
too.
ain't he told him room in.
Jimmy and TJ Warren are gonna fight for sure. They have to for the culture.
Nah, TJ don't want them. He don't want them problems.
Shit. You pick. See, that's niggas pick the nigga that barked the loudest just on GP. I don't think Jimmy got hands, bro. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say it. I don't think that he does.
I think TJ did that because there was a lot of people present. Because he did not want that smoke when it was just the teams.
TJ is one of those players that's been benefiting from the bubble though.
Exactly. Playing basketball wise, yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't. It wasn't like he was scoring all crazy when he played against Miami though.
Oh, that was the other thing too. Is this some of the best development of talent the NBA's seen? Or are the players just that much better? Because I'm talking about across the board, both WNBA and NBA. The rookies are coming in and like balling. Like Sabrina was killing her first game.
Well, I think it's a different time because people are using the same trainers. Like there's a lot of workouts that happen where you're working out with the exact same people. So you're not on the same team, but your workouts
You're getting better.
You're getting the same exact play.
Gotcha.
Because all that happens is that you right now you're working off of like analysis. So threes, layups, free throws. No mid-range game. They're doing a lot of pick and roll. These are things that you work out on all day long with the same trainers. So yes, they're getting better. They have access, and they're also doing an amazing job at lowering the amount of time it takes for you to recover. That's another thing. So you can actually work out hard for longer. So you can sustain that for longer periods of time. So I think that's the improvement for the overall player in the league.
Got you. Monty Booker with the Suns. Or Monty Williams, excuse me. I'm tripping.
I was about to say, why you just going to put yourself in there?
Monty Williams
me with the Suns.
me with
you
the
know
Suns,
what
you feel me? Now, Monty Williams with the Suns, I'm just impressed because from Miles Bridges, Kelly Oubre when he was playing, like he had them like 3-and-D guys that were locked in, so they was giving them the edge, and people were still sleeping on them. Like I got the NBA pack just to watch them, the Kings,
Sounds nice.
and Luka, like that's it. Like I wanted to watch.
That's what I was talking with Dill about this weekend. Fucking that is a scary individual, man.
Who is it?
Luka.
Luka, yeah.
Like if that's Luka in year 2, I don't even want to see Luka in year 5.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know what the hell that even looks like.
I'm with you. Shout out to the coaches, shout out to the coaching staff, shout out to the trainers. I know niggas want to have this debate.
Shout out to Johnny B. I see you on the bench over there
Johnny
for Utah.
in Utah, yeah, Johnny. But Johnny is revered as one of those coaches that get players right, and you see players go to Utah and make significant.
He spent his entire career with
Lou
Richie. better know what you're talking about.
You see it. Players go to Utah, and you can see it across the board where players are just getting significantly better, and coming in way more prepared. Bobo looks like a boy. Who's your man in Denver? That with the back issues that dropped all the way to 14th. That's killing now. That looks like it was supposed to be number
Michael
one.
Porter Jr.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wanted to send a shout out to the NBA for putting out the NBA, WNBA, and the developmental leagues for putting out really great products right now.
Oh yeah, they got the G League team who's gonna be over, and they're gonna be over here in like Walnut Creek or something.
Really?
I think so. The one where it's just a stack of people, the players that are bypassing college.
What?
They're putting
Let's
them all on one
go.
squad. But I think they're over there in Walnut Creek or something.
Let's go. Where should we stay? Where should we jump to? G. We did sports. We'll finish that. The NBA. Dame Dollar drops his EP right after the game. We had some political bias ties, so I won't discuss it first. I'll let you guys go first. Did it matter or no?
What? That Dame dropped?
Him dropping from the bubble, and the music seems to be getting significantly, like, there's leaps in the music. Do we care or no?
I more so care that they tried to get at that name that way, and
here comes the Oakland bias.
Meantime, he put up that 51, that 61, and dropped a mixtape
On a beach like that.
Like that's
and it's fire.
That's a response for that ass. Like I don't know what the hell Beverly and what's the name doing? PG doing, but y'all ain't being that active in that bubble.
Facts.
That's the separation right there.
Separation.
So yeah, if we're talking about that, then yeah, but I haven't heard the album yet.
Yeah, no, that's more so that I was leaning.
When did it drop?
towards.
It dropped on
Literally after the game, like immediately after the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it dropped yesterday.
Yeah, it was a super flex. It was just like,
I was
yo,
about to say it's hard.
yeah, I'm gonna win this game, and then I'm gonna drop an EP on y'all that's fire, and then just kind of set you up for the album because it's coming as soon as whenever this is over and they figure it out. But I do think they're a much more formidable opponent for the Lakers in the first round. I'm never betting against Bron, but it's gonna be fun because you got a guard. But CJ's back having that broken bone in his back, I don't know. I think that's gonna be the difference.
They're not beating the Lakers. So
No. I just think it's gonna be a better series than the odds.
But that's good though, because they need that. They need to wake them up early. So that they're already ready to go. They're already firing on all cylinders going into the next round because AD needs to know
how real this is,
how important this is.
And then the Avery Bradley loss feels a lot more significant in this series than it probably would in any other.
It sucks, but I'm looking forward to the Killer Five.
Don't
man.
you dare say it.
The
Deion
Killer
Waiters
Five
and J.R. Smith on the floor.
What?
I can't.
What?
I can't, bro.
You don't know, bro. That's about to be the biggest X Factor unit that you could find, because you really don't know what Nees is gonna do. Like Jr. liable to shoot on the wrong basket, but he also liable to hit the game with a three.
Hit the game with a three and to lock up whoever your best player.
Hey, bro,
is.
And do both of them with the same look on his face. Like, hey, man.
G, you drawing up a play for Deion, Jr. and Brown on the floor at the same time?
What? Hell yeah.
You said yes?
Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you?
Not y'all too.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
A Laker jersey? Sign me up. And I'm a Laker.
I'm here for all that, man.
Bro, my stomach being knots when them niggas is on the floor together. I'm just like, oh Jesus.
Exactly though.
No.
Oh no.
Exactly
You
because
just see you over on the couch.
exactly because it's so effective and ineffective at the same time.
And
You have to approve of it.
Yeah.
you just gotta let this go. Just, okay.
I go crazy with that.
Just let go. Okay, I'm rolling. I like that theory.
But best believe what they end up doing is something that you can't coach.
No, that part.
You
That
know
part.
what I mean? So like
You
that-
can't take
that's why
credit
you just let them ride.
When Deion go on one, I've never seen no shit like that. Not him. You just gotta just let him go. And I think that's what.
You know how I think about it every single time I see Deion start dribbling the basketball.
Don't say Tim Pierce.
No.
Who?
Even worse.
Then Tim Pierce?
Yes.
Who?
The Dream. That ain't no like the Dream to you?
Deion Waiters looks like the dream.
I swear, bro. Every single time I see him,
No, he does not.
every single time I see him try to shift and get to the lane, I'm like,
Yo,
bro, why is the
wait.
Dream about
The dream. The singer.
the singer, bro?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm fully done with you. That nigga said
Bro,
Deion Waiters
dead
look like
ass,
the dream.
man. I swear
Deion
that's
Waiters-
exactly what I see.
Just
Every
so I
single-
know I'm not
Every
crazy.
single time I see that, because when I look at him, I'm like, You look like you should be.
Are you just saying that Deion Waiters looks like he should be an R&B singer, or do you really think like he looks like the Dream?
He doesn't look like an athlete.
Oh, okay.
It's surprising.
Got you. Okay, that I'll roll with. But the Dream and Deion Waiters.
But he do look like he Dirty Mac.
Oh no, Big Dirty Mac.
So that's why I'm
Big
like that's
Dirty
the,
Mac.
that's big the Dream vibes to me.
Got it. Okay, that I'm rolling with. Yeah. Dream's whole album, Dream's next album should be called Dirty Mac King. Because he is
His best cuts.
His Dirty Mac joints that you feel guilty for playing because they hard. Dream the sex tapes go crazy.
Shit, go back and listen to Burry.
Which one? That's not on 1977, is it?
That's on I forgot what it's called. But you can go ahead.
We've officially pulled our listeners into our sports wormhole. There's been a Katt Williams sighting.
Okay.
Anyone?
Oh.
You seen it?
I saw that was off Genesis.
They did a Supreme commercial.
And he was in it?
He is the commercial.
Who you
Oh,
said?
shit.
Katt Williams.
Oh, okay, Cowboys.
So again, long form storytelling. It's a 6-minute commercial, and he's just in a Supreme shirt with his hair dyed like Tekashi.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but popping big shit though. It's an epic monologue, but it's just like, okay, brands are they're afforded to do these like weirdo, abstract sort of art pieces, and I'm here for it. And it just so happens to be Katt too. So,
As soon as you said that, I just imagined them like walking through the offices looking for the one nigga who be in the back, just sitting there writing shit. They'd be like, "Nah, this is way too long. It need to be 15 minutes." What the fuck am I gonna do with 15 minutes?
no, and that's so. I don't know. Maybe he had some writers on this shit, but how they did it, stage light, center stage, and just Katt on this shit. It's multicam.
Oh shit, like a one man show.
Yeah. I want to say 3, maybe 4 cameras. It looks like 3. But shot horizontally, not shot landscape, intentionally. Like I'm just the little shit that you normally wouldn't pay attention to, but it's a commercial for Supreme. What I don't know what phase are we moving into where brands and shit go, hey, my tap Katt, he gonna do some manny shit, we can give him a bag. Don't even want to speculate what he got, but probably something stupid to do. We're just the times are putting us in a different space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not normal times, so you can't do normal shit.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
imagine Supreme just coming out with a regular commercial in these times.
Yeah, that's a waste of money right there.
Yeah, it's not gonna connect with people. But
Yeah.
put Katt in rainbow hair.
Was he talking?
He's talking. He's snapping. He's snapping. I'll show. He's snapping. I'm Katt Williams stan. I get a lot of shit for putting him in the conversation with the Daves, but I think his only formidable opponent is Katt Williams, personally, as a stand-up and as a thinker that forces you to, like, at the very least analyze shit a different way, in that realm of comedy too. He does Katt even more so than Dave was able to blend rooms earlier than Dave Chappelle was. I feel like Dave was in predominantly white rooms for a really long time, and then once the Chappelle show cracked, he was able to be in black rooms a little bit more. I feel like Katt was doing that shit mad earlier than that. Personally, could be wrong, but I don't know.
I think so. I only know him from stand up though. Like he was doing some other shit.
Who, Katt?
Yeah.
No. I'm
Like,
talking.
like at that time. Like,
I'm talking.
when Dave was.
I'm talking about from stand up.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
I'm talking about from stand up.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but that's a good look.
Yeah, salute.
As much Katt as possible is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
He
throw
looked-
money like that.
He looked healthy. He sounded healthy. DMX is looking and sounding healthy. The legends.
That was great to see.
That was great to see.
That was great to see.
And it's great to continue to see it. And another hard shift. I didn't realize what time it was, but Lex. No. Let's start with it because you talked about gentrification. Can it be stopped? Before we answer that, have you guys watched Last Chance U, the latest season?
No.
They're at Laney. Have you watched the series at all? Were you into it?
It's quality, high quality.
Did you watch the latest one?
I watched 2 episodes.
Okay. What's your favorite season before, with not counting this one? Since you haven't seen this one,
The season with the crazy white dude.
the ball, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause he's crazy.
yeah. So that was my favorite season too until this one. Like, it's something. It's a Bay bias for sure, but the gentrification perspective, they open with that shit from episode 1, sort of setting up the spectrum of wealth. All the money is here. We talked about it last week too. Some of the wealthiest people reside in Oakland. Like, not in San Francisco, not nowhere. Like, their residence is like the Oakland Hills or some shit, Piedmont, you name it. They live here.
There's a lot in Oakland Hills.
And the bottom of the bottom is here. So mind you, this is a documentary about JUCO football players trying to get a chance to go D1 or just play at the next level. Fam, why the fuck don't Laney have no dorms or nothing? Some of these kids are sleeping in their cars and shit, or homeless, like, and don't get like the facilities and everything in comparison to the other seasons where they got, like, I mean, granted they weren't the best in those other seasons, but they had them. Laney don't have none of that, bro. One of the coaches didn't, like, the coaching staff didn't know that one of those kids was homeless the entire. They didn't know until they watched the season with us on Twitter. Like, yo, we ain't even know fam was homeless. What? And so, to your point, the gentrification, I saw that, and I've been wanting to talk about Last Chance U because they killed it in terms of like the representation of Oakland for sure.
That's highly possible though in college though.
Oh no,
Like-
no,
like-
100%.
Like your college coaches don't know shit
Don't know
about
shit
you
about you.
outside of like you performing. So like
But this is the first time because we know that. No, you played college athletes for sure. We know that the coaches don't know shit about us, but they never talk about that on ESPN or nothing like how not tapped in the coaches are. Like one of the coaches on the staff might be, but it's usually like the tutor or somebody that really knows what the fuck is going on with all of you.
yeah, I mean that's why that's why your coaching staff has like 6 people on it.
Yeah.
Is essentially to get to know people and keep them mentally in it to be able to perform because the number 1 on the bench makes a lot of fucking money. The amount of money that they make is meant to mean that there's separation between them and you, so that there is no connection. There is no, my job is on the line every single time I go out there. So everybody's job is always on the line. So that means we can't do anything besides business. So that makes sense that people wouldn't know that somebody is not doing well if they're able to still perform.
That part. So
Otherwise, you crazy. Like they'll try to get some shrinks or some shit out there, like some like the sports psychologists and shit.
So to that point in an episode, in like the first episode, the starting quarterback, and the second string quarterback both get hurt. They don't have another quarterback on the roster. Their star receiver then has to come play quarterback, and Brett, like, so much pressure is on him, he starts having anxiety attacks. And the coach is like, I don't know what's wrong with you. He's like, I don't know what's wrong. No one knows what's wrong with him other than the coach's wife. He then decides to use that against the player as a pressure tactic to get him to perform. What is? It's just, and it's great TV because you've never seen the business of college sports depicted this way, and as a backdrop, is the gentrification specifically of Oakland. And I can't name a city that it's this egregious in. So it's a really sort of good thing, but you can get completely distracted by the entertainment part of it. But I hella wanted to talk about Last Chance U, but I saw the gentrification topic and was like, damn, that's a good way to bring it in. Can it be stopped? I don't think so, personally.
It could be slowed down. Like the virus is slowing it down.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just seen a thing where the oh shit, don't quote me on this. These are rough numbers, but the billionaires have essentially doubled their money in these short few months of the pandemic.
For sure.
Okay.
No. That's a different combo.
Okay.
That's a
Okay.
different
Just
combo.
make-
So
okay.
the billionaires, they for sure are making a lot of fucking money off the pandemic.
And that's
But
the billionaires collectively,
Yeah.
not just one. Yeah.
yeah,
That's-
but Oakland's idea, right? So Oakland's plan of action behind the scenes was to make it an extension of San Francisco. So that's the reason why you have the like the public how the public transit runs through this area. So for the BART system, the bus
The
system
bus,
now you
yeah.
have the new bus that's just like the quick stream
Straight
one.
to the city.
Yeah, so that's the reason why they have that stuff. But the idea was for them to, since San Francisco is overly populated, but it has such a it's a location that everybody wants to be at, regardless if you're going to be on top of each other. So the idea was to extend that out across the bridge for all the people that have all these tech jobs. But in the first way of going about it, of putting tech over here, I believe was Square, was the first tech company that signed.
Square, really.
That signed on to be in Oakland, like have their hub be in Oakland, where the employees. So now that means you would have to fill up all this different housing that you have out here with the tech people.
Yeah.
But how you attract that talent is by make the walk score amazing, have the eateries, have like they were thinking about putting a fucking Gucci store in downtown Oakland.
Jesus,
you know, like once they do that, then it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
You know what I mean? But that's just that's attraction based.
Yeah.
But I think with the pandemic and with tech companies as a whole deciding that they're not going back into locations until 2021, if ever.
If ever.
So if that's the case, then that's going to slow it down. The
Significantly.
original plan of making all these tech companies be in downtown Oakland and having that shit spread out from there. Because people that still live here, you're going to have to move out further. So that means you're in Antioch. That means you're in Concord or wherever the hell you are. Like you got to be repositioned out of Oakland. But if they aren't able to do that, like execute that part of the plan, then it's a lot of people that put in the investment that's sweating bullets right now over what that plan what that's going to be, because we're not talking like, oh, I'm trying to make my first meal. We're talking about this is my plan of action for the next 5 years to put in this investment and then reap my benefits and get out.
Get the fuck out.
You know what I mean? I wasn't saying I was going to be here
No
for
long-term
10,
investment
20
to the
years. Like
city,
it wasn't
yeah.
long-term. It wasn't long-term investment. It was a right now seed money to get this thing up and running, and then take my money out with the wins that I have, and then move it on to somewhere else. So they thought they was about to make a lick.
So you asked to expand on that question. Is like, yo, is it just mini colonialism? I think your man just answered it. Like, I don't know. I think I wouldn't know how else to form it or to try to make sense of it. To your point, G, that there's no long-term sort of plan to stay and to invest in the communities and to have sort of transition programs for people who don't have access to these resources to then be able to leverage the shit that is here. So it's kind of just like it's almost like dropping the shit in the middle and then putting this really big force field wall around it and that's see-through. So everybody can look in this motherfucker, but you can't touch if you broke or if you poor or if you're of color. Like it's here. It's going to generate a lot of money, and it won't benefit you in any way. Meanwhile, Tent City will exist in just 3 minutes up the road in any direction you decide to walk. Last Sunday, shooting a video. I'm not proud of this either, by the way. I'm just sharing with everyone like how sick it is here. An older woman sleep on the sidewalk, and we're shooting this scene, and just like not over her, but it may as well have been stepping over her. An hour and a half later, the ambulance comes and take her away. She was dead. But we see so many homeless people, you just get used to it.
Right.
Like I looked at her and was like, oh, she just sleep. Nigga, it was 11 a.m. on Saturday. Yeah, that was Saturday. And hot. So why wasn't my senses up to be like, yo, that ain't it's kind of late in the day for her to still be asleep. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me feel a way about myself. Like I can't point that finger at gentrification. Like that's some desensitizing individual shit where it's just like someone can be dead and you're so used to seeing displaced people that you don't even your senses don't even go up for real. You know, so that's to paint that picture specifically here. Shout out to Last Chance U and the producers. They did a really good job of like capturing that shit and like how sick it is. Yeah. You got Ozark and some quick points about the election, G. Before I let you go, I see you faded on me.
Nah, like that. The election I already talked about, bro. I said what I wanted to. Well, no, I didn't talk about the election.
We did. Now
You're right.
got into some basic stuff, but us being primed and prepped by Bruh and his squad right now in terms of like the mail ballots and like how they're priming us. What is it? 3 months out for our mail being slow. USPS ain't really been that slow throughout the entire pandemic. For now, for whatever reason, it's fucked up, and now you can't get anything for weeks at a time. It's just it feels sick. It feels disgusting, and we're kind of just like we gotta just take it. And what I'm not ready for is for the actual election day. Instead of it lasting one day, last year it was like a day and a half. I feel like this shit is gonna last like a week this time. It'll be the day of the election. We'll go to sleep and wake up and still won't have the ballot. They won't still don't have the final vote count, the count in. And then whatever the count is, bruh's gonna be able to combat it. Be like, yo, this shit's rigged. The mail, like something's gonna happen, and I'm just like, the world is gonna burn.
I think it's gonna be like a month, honestly.
Fuck. I can't
And
do
I
a
know
month
that
of think
sounds
pieces,
hella
bro.
long, but I just think it's gonna be a month, and that's just a connection to work with the media. And I know I'm probably fucked up, and everybody's like, "Oh, Lex is a conspiracy," but it's like it will be perfect for conversation.
That's what I'm worried about. The think pieces and everybody's gonna be an expert, and we're gonna have to hear that shit for so like it's gonna go across platforms. ESPN's gonna have to cover it. Breakfast Club is gonna have to cover it. CNN, like it's gonna be everywhere. Like we're not gonna be able to escape it, and ultimately won't have a real answer for anything.
All right, we got our answer, man.
What? Help me!
Our answer is 4 more years or else.
Or else.
So either you're gonna let him do his 4 years,
Or else.
or he gonna cause hell and he gonna be there anyway.
Hey, that's a sick slogan. Hey, you gonna give me 4 more or else? Like,
I mean, you can concede, or he can take.
Jesus.
And don't put it past him, bro.
That's some gangster
He
shit,
taking
though.
that shit.
That's some gang. We got a fucking gangster in the White House, bro.
Bro, it's business, man. What are you talking about? You just got done talking about it, saying
Yeah.
that how much the billionaires have made.
They mans went in there and looked out for him. Like, hey, we gonna run this up real quick.
I think so.
We just gonna run it up.
Why do you think if they made that much money in this time, why do you think that they're going to allow anybody else to run this thing?
Yeah.
Because all they want to do is fatten their shit. Like it's not like a. That was nuts though. What Joe and them was talking about on the idea of eliminating the billionaire, or there's no need for anybody to be a billionaire. Like how that little conversation was. That was interesting.
I saw that.
Or that there wasn't. Like I don't think it needs to be that drastic, but I did like the idea of there being taxes. Like you should not be able to.
Well, the only frustrating part about that is that because the tax breaks for the wealthy have been so disgusting that we even have to present that as an option now. Jeff Bezos not paying taxes is kind of nuts. Like let's stop it for real. Ye doing the Jesus is King shit and filing as a nonprofit is nuts. So I don't.
That was a cool thing. You saw what Ye was trying to do over in Wyoming.
The eco park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
Was it like birthday farm or some shit.
I'm here for it. Yeah, no, I
Also, I like to see Ye sketches, like as many sketches as Ye can bring out of what his plans are, like how his body works.
it's his most honest moments. I feel like.
Bro, like the rough sketches and shits, bro, be amazing. So keep pulling them motherfuckers out.
All right, fellas. Let Ozark be a teaching point, and the moment you break down in front of your girl is the only image she'll have of you forever. I feel like those are connected.
It was all one line. You can't have one without the other.
I feel like those are connected. So for the room, Ozark, y'all caught up? No? You care? Can spoiler alerts don't matter? All right.
Okay.
Good.
All right. So
But you're caught up. You're fine.
Oh, I'm
Yeah. All right.
yeah. So Marty, the Marty character in it has been like this cold. He's an accountant, so he's,
Numbers.
It's numbers. So you follow the numbers, and he tends to be able to justify all of the moves that he makes by following the numbers. But the moment he actually had to do something that was considered beyond his realm of dirt, like to this point, everybody else has been the dirty individual, and he's been able to justify.
Oh damn! I keep else catching up. So
yeah,
this is
still
all.
catching up,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Okay.
But this is where I'm going with it though.
Gotcha,
It's
gotcha.
like when he had to kill somebody, right?
Yeah.
Was when he broke down and lost his shit, and has now become like the weak link. And then his wife had to pick up the pieces, right? And she becomes like Corleone out here just making the moves and actually being, because she was thugging it with Buddy. So that brought up the idea that it was really cool to see, but the moment that you break down in front of your girl, bro, is
That's
the
it.
lasting image that she has of you. So you're never ever to be. Huh? That's so fact. So
This never happens. We usually get to get our
it
shit
just
off,
happened.
and there's nobody here to challenge it. So
right.
this,
you know what? I'm glad y'all here. I'm glad y'all here, so we can have this debate. But so you telling me that if you'll do or whatever. The moment that started, like something happened that to this point they've been a rock, and something happened outside of the norm. They couldn't bounce back like they usually would. So you had to pick up the pieces of that individual, which is what a relationship is, right? But do you think that after that moment you can see them as being able to take control of situations again, or do you see them as a weak link and not able to run things?
It depends what they were doing before the moment that they broke down. Like if a nigga has mad stuff on his back and then he finally breaks down, you kind of just have to like charge it. But if he's just like being soft, of course you're gonna be like, okay, I got it from now on.
See? You see how it rolled over? She could have stopped it right there, which should have been
she's
what
like,
the original
from now on, it was
but
like
from
yep.
now on,
and it was
that's
like,
what
see,
that's what it was.
No, I'm here for men being open with how they feel. If they feel like they need to like be like, yo, I'm going through something. Like I would totally respect that, and then try to pick up the slack, and hopefully he can bounce back. Like I would give him the room.
how much room? How much real estate?
Enough for him to insert himself back in
much
that
time?
But what is that ballpark?
a year.
Okay, yeah, respect.
A year. A solid year.
You got a year of holding down somebody trying to build that back.
I'm still gonna go, but you gotta give me some type of improvement within that year for me to continue.
You gotta
to
see
be
some
with her
strides.
100%. Huh?
You got to see some strides. You have to see some strides. I'm losing my voice, so sorry. But you have to see some strides from that individual that makes you feel as if they could bounce back.
Because I want a man to lead.
Right.
I don't want to be leading. If I'm leading, I'm on my own.
Right.
I want a man to lead. I can help you because that's what I'm here for. But at the same time, you need to pick your shit up and step your shit up.
That's real. That's real. But so my thought process was
If I see him cry.
the moment the moment that he broke character, like broke that character.
That's fine with me.
Huh?
That's fine with me.
Okay. But is that not the lasting effect? So you can let him. You can allow all the room you want.
But how bad is he reacting though? Because I haven't seen what you guys are talking about.
And in fairness, for the sake of context, he goes through some shit. So the fact that he went this long without breaking, it's kind of like, all right, bro, he's afforded this meltdown, but he should have had a breakdown season ago.
Ozark, wasn't she cheating on him at first? Anyway? So it's like, it's a different female. I feel like it's more about the female, not the him.
Yeah, she's gangster.
all the more reason why it's the lasting image. It's like, yeah, he's weak.
You know what I mean? Like because it comes down to, like you said, you needed somebody to lead, but the moment that it seems as if they dropped the baton, like they could have been a star this entire time, but they bobbled the baton.
Yeah.
They didn't like hand it off and say, "Oh, you needed this for a little bit." You know what I mean? Take the wheel.
They completely handed off.
No, they didn't hand it off. They
dropped it.
Oh.
That shit clanked off the wall. I mean, off the floor.
You know, in certain countries, if that happens in the relay race, they don't get to go back to the Olympics next year. They just off the team.
So that's your metaphor for life. It's like you just off the team. That's crazy.
Yeah, like it's a myth that is to be continued. You know what I mean? Like I think that's the end. Like the picture just goes fade. It doesn't even fade to black. It just cuts off like the Sopranos. Like somebody just walked up behind you. And usually it's your girl walked up behind you, off your ass, and moved on. Now you just in the fetal in the corner, trying to figure out how your life to end up like this.
We stumbled on something here.
Trying to put together the fine china.
We stumbled on something here.
Trying to put it together, looking for the.
No. Then you know the image I get is the little broom in the little dustbin. Just trying to.
I get that image with Martin play with just a nigga pick up the pieces.
Just
With the kazoo on the saxophone. No, we stumbled on something.
Just trying to
here.
gather what you can, man.
Let's present this to the room.
Yes.
Just as a general. The block is hot.
Always.
Knowing when something has run its course, relationship specifically, how long do it take y'all to push the button?
Go ahead, Paul.
Damn.
I fuck with her because she answers only the questions that she can give like a broad answer on, like a great answer on it.
Who, me or
Y'all want me to go ahead?
Yeah, we
Yes,
definitely want you
We
to.
definitely do.
Go first.
That's what we here for.
So when am I pulling the plug?
Yeah.
When's the
When you
plug
no.
being pulled?
From the time that you identify, this shit ain't gonna work. How soon are you like, yeah, this ain't gonna work?
What was my relationship status with the individual?
That does matter. Damn, that does matter. So let's do both. So you're in a relationship, like you're exclusive, and then when y'all just kicking it.
Or if we just kicking it, as soon as I know it's a wrap. That's
Okay.
fine.
And then if you're exclusive,
That is a fact.
That's not a fact.
That is.
can you let her answer for herself, please? You can get your turn.
If I could tell that I'm not gonna rock with you, I'm not gonna rock with you. I'll let
When
you still
when you just
text
kick
my phone.
when you just kicking it. But what about when you're when you're in a relationship?
Oh, it takes me a minute.
Okay, we're not.
It takes a minute to fully unplug.
No. Let's go back. Let's get everybody's answer first because this is important. When you just kicking it.
If you fuck with somebody heavy, and you know it's not gonna work out, how long does it take you to let it go?
I don't know, because I'm terrible.
Exactly.
You'll let it ride, or you?
I'm the type of person that, like, I'm so nonchalant, I'll drag this shit on, and then it hasn't really been anything.
You're human. You good. Don't feel bad. Don't let the room make you. Don't let the room make you feel bad.
No, but if it's something where I feel disrespected, yeah, I'll pull the plug regardless.
No.
If we're in
What
the thing
what
or
if,
not.
what if the disrespect is the fact that you didn't see it or they showed something after the fact? So like they were thorough. It seemed all the way up to the point of like y'all becoming exclusive, right? So everything was good. But then
Yeah, I feel like the disrespect in in a relationship after it's been
Sometime.
yeah, it's I don't even then I don't think it's like immediate like I'm not fucking with you no more. It's got to be
I mean, I'll have conversation. It takes me some time.
Well, if they're a bad communicator.
look who shook over there.
Is that sweat from the room or sweat from the question?
That's just sweat from the question.
The block is hot.
Not should.
Literally.
Yeah. So you answered both of them?
You kicking it? How long?
Until I don't want to kick it no more.
But you in a relationship? How long?
I'm in the relationship like forever until it's like, oh shit, we're not fucking with each other no more.
Like, damn, I gotta go.
Yeah, like oh.
So how? So
Mr.
how long?
Krabs.
At what point do you say, "Damn, I gotta go"?
That's what I'm saying.
What he's asking.
I don't know. Like, some disrespectful shit.
So are you posting billboards elsewhere?
For sure.
Like out of sight.
No, no.
What do you mean?
But I'm not even saying like forget the disrespect part because the disrespect I feel like it should be universal. Granted, that can get hairy too. But
that might be the answer to the question though.
What?
Because if you're posting the billboards elsewhere, that's out of sight, then you're already working on.
you ever had an escape? But I'm saying before the escape route is planned, like you putting the escape plan together.
Yeah.
How long does that take to execute? That's what I'm asking.
No, okay, then
You can't
once
put
you
a
decide
timeline.
that you're ready to escape, give me 2 days. You're out of it. It's quick. It's cut the cord. You have to teach yourself you're done.
Sometimes,
But-
like, a woman doesn't, like, they're mentally checked out.
That's what I'm. So how long for the mentally checked out from the day you check
From
out?
my personal experience, it was from the jump, but I stayed for a cool 8 months.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Thank you.
Since you guys want to put my
No, but as-
my
we
personal
about-
business out there.
It's all good. You're not understanding.
How long? Lex?
Shit. How long has it took me before?
Yeah.
No lie. A
Real-
year.
See, but
Real
that's
shit.
why I didn't want you.
Solid.
That's a normal thing. I didn't want to make it seem like it's just personal to you. No, people just not, especially when you're in a relationship, you identify it and you like, oh, this shit is trash. I'm out immediately. It takes hella long for whatever reason. It's taking me hella long for sure. What I except for my man's over here. What you got? How long is it
I
taking
know
you?
you said something about communication. The communication part is definitely like a nip in the butt for me. Like, that's something I just don't want to teach somebody to do.
Yeah, because as much as you say that like women can become like emotionally withdrawn, that's something that a male will pick up on as well. That's where that friction is in the communication. So,
Are they capable of articulating that to one another though? Because sometimes it's like this displaced anger or displaced rage, right?
So we've had that conversation on the pod before, right? Where men have they can easily communicate with other men, like their partners. They have great communication.
Yep.
But when it comes to their partner, they have horrible communication. And I don't know if that comes from like if you're trying to save somebody's like. I don't know if you're trying to work with their feelings or you don't want to give them the full everything about you.
Pandering.
That might be what it is.
And
But I think you pick up on that a lot sooner. Like I think both parties pick up on that a lot sooner, and then y'all just kind
Is
of.
it a pride thing when it comes to
For sure.
talking to men? Because I've seen a group of dudes sit there and cry in front of each other, but when their females around,
Isn't
Nothing.
that weird? That's not weird to y'all?
Yeah.
I'm asking y'all,
No, we talk about it all the time. That's strange. Like,
why is that?
but back to the Marty point. The second you do that in front of your girl, like that's the lasting image of weakness to you.
But wouldn't your boys clown you for
Yeah,
crying in front
You
of
would
them?
think,
More than
you
your
would,
girl clown
you
for
would
crying in
think,
front of her?
you would think. But what happens when a group of guys get together on some like battered men shit? It's like I'm going through it, niggas. Exactly, me, you too, bro. Like it's crazy. It's some crazy shit.
And wanna know what the
Niggas is out here going
other
through it,
thing
but don't
niggas
want to
don't
say.
want to say, but fuck it, I'll say it, is the worst thing you want to do is get into it with the female, and she be like, well, what about the day you was crying like a little bitch, and I had to hold you, and then you sit there like,
Yep.
so you hold that in.
Marty.
You see what she
I'm
did
sorry
though?
if that's been your experience.
It's fucked up.
He said, "I say it when we get Lex in the I say it back." Oh,
But
man.
you see what you did though, because that was kind of like what you did as well. It's like you could have stopped it at the cry like a little bitch, but also you was holding me.
Wait, why you had to get held though?
Bruh.
You didn't want to say that for another argument. Like you just want to hit me with all the haymakers at once. You know, what I'm
You
saying?
was
So, like,
holding me. It's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Nah, but yeah, for sure. I mean, it just has to be way better communication. I would say, way better. Like that's the art to all that shit.
If so,
Can I say one more thing though?
go for it.
When it comes to communication with men younger, the other thing that some men don't want to do is just they know they ain't shit, but they don't want to. They don't put on, like you said, the whole facade that they ain't. That they I'm a good dude. When in the back of their head they know they ain't shit, and so then if they want to have that true communication with the female that they care about, and they don't know how to change from being ain't shit to actually really being a good person, they sit there, they just keep lying, they get trapped in all those lies.
Like, and another thing, like they have a visual of this, but that meme they have of when they did the Star Spangled Banner, when Fergie was doing Star Spangled Banner, and everybody was just like looking away. They got the meme when they were talking about when you know your boy was wilding the night before the wedding. Or whatever, and then this is like how everybody is staring or looking at each other inside the wedding. That's kind of what it is. It's kind of like an inside thing. It's like an inside thing between you and your partners on both sides, I would think, that doesn't make its way into that relationship for some reason.
We talked about the communication part. Is there room to say that if the communication is solid, then the block is hot. If the communication is solid, that sort of checked out state is different than being checked out. It's just like, oh, this isn't going to work. So because you communicate well, the conversation is different. You know?
I think you're I think you're putting together strategy at that point.
Who is?
Huh?
Who is?
The one that's checked out. Because it depends on how long y'all been together at this point. Because you have to unravel certain things. Like it's not just sometimes y'all may be too connected to just dip on that individual. So you're putting together a strategy of sorts where when y'all disconnect from each other, it's not something that's gonna leave you in a completely
Upside down.
Yeah, like a ridiculous spot.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of it, depending on how much you fuck with that person, though.
Damn.
Some people don't fuck with each other and they just be together.
So,
And that's
okay,
just
there we
nuts.
go. So that, I guess that's my point. It's like if
Like they be together because they look good together, or people
but don't
say
really
they look,
fuck with each other.
Yeah,
like,
somebody says you look good,
man.
and y'all will rock that shit out for a minute.
They're making money off Instagram.
And you wouldn't leave somebody you fucked with just stuck, right? Like if you got accounts, the lease, whatever, like it's business shit at this point, right? It's not just as simple as like, all right, I'm checked out, I got to cut. Now we got to have like, we got to completely think this out now. So it
really separate.
fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't understand like the well-being portion of things though.
What do you mean?
I get like time could be a motherfucker, so it's possible that you do fall out of love and all that.
100%.
But I don't understand the how people switch up when they turn off.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like I've been in situations where we've been rocking, we've been solid or whatever, but the moment that it's a realization that it's not going to continue on, all of a sudden it's almost as if we was like the worst of enemies.
It's
And
so
like
strange.
That,
It's strange.
and that, I feel like that's disrespectful to time. Because given how much time we done rocked with each other,
It's like, damn, he was my nigga. Like,
Now I'm respecting my time because I know it's not about to work with you.
Yeah.
So let me turn that off.
right?
And focus my time on something else.
Exactly.
That's fair.
No, that's
Not worried about me. I'm not worried about you. No. more.
no. But if say the relationship, even if it's not long, but y'all really fuck with each other, it's like, and even if it's not on no like cheating or physical abuse or anything like that, it's just like, hey, this isn't gonna work. Why is it? Oh, I don't fuck with you at all no more.
Yeah, like what you said makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
That
like,
makes perfect
focus
sense.
on you, but
Like
there's a way to
like
do that.
Like a pivot is different. Like you pivoting out of a situation, ain't nobody worried about that.
But it's
that,
like
that should be actually you should get a hand clap for that being the way that you went about it, because now we're not wasting any more time
Exactly.
together. What happens though
That's healthy.
is that somebody doesn't get why we wouldn't just waste time together.
Well, that sounds like the feelings aren't mutual in the fact that it's not going to work. Somebody's a little more butthurt about the fact that it's not going to work than the other. That's what it sounds like.
No, that's exactly
that's-
what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is. So that's why one person feels like it's like a, oh, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. And the other person's like, no, we just agreed that it wasn't going to work. Because somebody else is more hurt than the other person, which happens most of the time.
Most of the time, 100%.
That's just weirdo energy to me.
It is weird, but that's the reality.
No, it's definitely reality.
Well, that's where I'm at. The intent. So, did you ever fuck with me for real? Now that I'm the worst nigga in the world, like how do you go from? How does it go from this to the complete other extreme in the matter of minutes, days, or whatever? Like,
And then what other moves did you make? Because I feel like that's a real stab your partner in the back type shit.
But yeah, have you thinking some crazy ass shit?
Yeah, like now I gotta look back a little bit. Like
I gotta think about everything.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was that one time where you said you was like, I woke up and you was just standing above the bed like that shit. At first, that wasn't bad because you
Hey, all the real niggas in the room that had had somebody standing over them before, I just got triggered, bro. Hey, you gotta chill. That's some scary shit.
soul snatching.
That's some scary.
Soul snatching.
The worst
bro,
thing
like,
is when you look, but then you go back to sleep and be like, nah, that
Oh, that's a dream.
just hope for the best.
this shit ain't real.
Hey,
This can't be life.
I did not want to look my killer in their eyes, bro.
Man,
Oh,
at least let me be sleep, man.
but all right, this is about to get personal. My sleeping habits are terrible. So it just so happened to be the night that I was getting like good sleep too. And then heart stopped, my nigga, like, and then what do you say? Like, and then you, what, wait, huh? Like, niggas' first answer is always, huh? No, you heard me. Huh?
Loud and clear.
What? Oh, you, and then it's, oh, you tripping. Such a kid, bro. I was such a kid. Said, huh, and you tripping. You asking for trouble.
What? That's an invitation.
No. There was no getting out of that. In your mind, you think you'll get out of it? No, bro. You're done. You're cooked.
Yeah, whatever. What the next thing that come out of your mouth is dumb as hell.
Always. It's just like, it's like a rite of passage, too. Just to say some stupid shit. Like, huh? What? That's all you could come up with is huh? In fairness, I was in REM sleep. Like, I was sleeping. Like, I was that drool, the dry drool,
Yeah,
that was me. Oh, man.
that's hilarious.
How do we
man.
get there?
Ozark, man?
From Marty Bird?
I hope Marty regains his composure one day.
What are you caught up?
But it's over with Wendy though. Like Wendy got to fuck with somebody else. It's like a mob boss.
Okay. He don't even know what he in for.
You
He not caught up yet.
I'm on episode 2, so I all my emotions are by episode.
He
So,
not
like,
caught up yet.
So maybe by 3 I'll have a different thing because I was fucking with Marty Tough and then I lost him for a bit. So like we'll see.
Before we go, in light of the newest beef in the world, in this corner, young Cardi B from the Bronx. In the other corner,
I got Cardi already.
you don't even know who the opponent is.
I don't care
Okay.
unless it's Doja.
Nah, it's Carol Baskin, son.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see where you're
yeah,
going. I see where
yeah.
you're going.
You don't watch the Tiger King?
The white lady that killed
The white lady that killed her husband?
hey,
Cardi don't want that
I
smoke.
was about to say Cardi better leave her.
Cardi don't
alone.
want that
She's a
smoke.
murderer.
Exactly.
you heard of us to murder us. Hey, all right,
I haven't seen it, but Carol is wild,
Carol is
Hey,
wild.
cool cats and kittens.
bro. Because she's beefing with Cardi about the exact same thing that she beefs with everybody about them damn cats.
Man.
Like she just wants it for her farm.
So, in light of that, you got the deadliest animals in the world. I don't know where you were going with that.
Who you think is number 1?
Something manny. Something like house pet. Watch.
It is a house pet. It can be a house pet.
A cat?
Going around the room. You said a cat?
Yeah.
And it's a house pet.
It can be a house pet.
What's the question?
The deadliest animal. What's the deadliest animal in the world?
that you can own.
Not even that you can own. And he just saying it. I said,
There's no parameters. It's just the deadliest one.
It's a snake.
Okay, you got a snake.
I don't know.
You getting warm though. You getting warm. They can definitely be a snake too.
damn.
A Komodo dragon?
Damn, you
Shit, that's
detailed
what I was
as fuck.
thinking. I was thinking that too. That's a good answer.
Probably like sometimes be iguana or some shit that'll just
Komodo
bite your
dragon.
nails off.
Now?
All right, so the dead.
I was gonna
Yeah,
What'd
now
you say? What'd you say?
says snake, Komodo dragon,
iguana or something.
Iguana.
iguana.
I don't
Shit.
really believe that.
I'm some type of lizard.
Some type of lizard.
Yeah.
Or some type of
Or insect.
water animal.
All right, so use the closest. Humans.
Oh, man.
Anything you gonna say I was the closest?
Because he said a snake.
A snake. It could. It's a form of a snake. It could be a snake. That's when he said, "Say the what?"
It's even worse how L look at everybody like, uh-huh.
That's the deadliest. That's the deadliest animal in the world.
I knew that though.
Huh?
I thought, man,
We talking about four-legged creatures.
yeah, that's like
He said it could be a house pet.
that's crazy. Who owning people? Wait a minute. We gotta L. What you want to tell us, bro?
You talking about?
You said it could be a pet. Nigga.
You see the response? What we talking about? Huh?
You got somebody at your house or something?
Nah. I'll never do that
Man,
like that.
look here.
Hey, can we get this conversation off of?
Can we get this off of me? Let's see, Lex Bub. Do we have any updates? As we said earlier in the episode, we did shoot the Grand National set for Portland Music Week.
Hey, that was amazing.
That was amazing. Thank you, everybody, getting the whole staff like last minute, putting that many people together, that many moving parts. Portland Music Week is that next week, and our show is virtual on the 27th. Check the Grand National IG and my IG for like the tickets and how to stream that. I'm not certain how that's gonna work, and then. I think that's it with shows. More new music on the way. Salute to Jane Hancock, Brookfield Deuce, Kevin Allen, Kate Lamont. Soundtrack, DJ Basta, and D Bledsoe have their seed coming up. Go stream Concrete Violet right now. Purchase the vinyl. Go stream Grand National. Purchase the vinyl right now. And I want to say that is it. Fellas, do you have anything for this week?
Monty covered it.
I think we good.
Okay. Special thank you to our guest today. I think we might go viral this week thanks to y'all. Like,
Definitely appreciate that conversation.
this has been another episode of Meet the Brave. We'll see you next week.
Love.
Yes.